the guts. I'ma take this weed, break it down, roll it up. Then my next issue is, where the fuck is my light? Then my next issue is, who gon' take this flight? Yeah, we smoke weed, we blow trees. Okay, play oldies, we OGs off OG. Left coast.
What's up, y'all? Make sure to tune in to Ventura Tide Pod live at 9:45 p.m. Tuesday to Friday. You can check them out on YouTube, Instagram, and Spotify. Thank you for listening.
What the fuck it is? It's the fucking Ventura Tide Pod. Y'all go fuck with them. Randall, Junior, Spotify. What the fuck? Where the fuck is my lighter? Hey, yo, Cooley, you got one? Rolling up.
You motherfuckers.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, thank you, man.
Hell yeah, much love.
Junior, why aren't you at the show tonight?
Yeah, they were asking why you were
I'm
at
at
the
work.
show.
The people want to know. The people want
I
to know.
saw the cement in
I'm
front
at
of your
work,
yard, man. You're not done working, dude.
I brought a gift for him, too.
No, not that yard.
Junior,
Hey,
where
that
you at, dude? Greg, the manager.
Hey, that motherfucker never
That's
paid
funny.
me for that shit, bro.
Hey, Greg, the
He's the co-founder.
Greg, the manager.
Wait, let's.
Yeah.
That's
What-
all good.
I know. I was going to introduce him, but you know.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but Greg, what is your title at the Milk Room? Like, how do you, where do you fall in your role in this music?
Well, I'm a creative for the Milk Room, so my responsibility is set the tone, set the vibe, and help build community.
Right. And so a manager, we've all experienced managers, right?
Yeah.
My manager's Javier.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm getting. Like, so you don't need to be managed, or other people in the Milk Room aren't necessarily managed as well, right? Because they're creatives themselves, and so you're kind of you're not trying to control the chaos. You're giving to it, right? So the manager is not the role that you have at the Milk Room.
Well, I'll sweep. I'll do whatever needs to be done there.
So he's the janitor, right? He's the janitor too.
It's a Jack. Hey, what's up? You're on the Tide Pod.
Okay, I was gonna say, do you feel like not gonna fucking answer the fuck? Is he gonna keep talking to Spinz?
You see, we were in a call already, alright? So you can keep your patience.
Okay, I've been telling you I was gonna support you this whole fucking time.
Whatever.
Hey, caller.
Thank you for your support.
I apologize.
Thank you for your support.
I'm in charge of answering the phones here, and I was fucking up. Yeah.
Thank you. You're the best for calling in.
Yeah, you watching the show tonight? Who is this? What's her name?
Oh, yeah, I have it on my second phone. Oh, this is fucking Fairy Bun. What's up?
Cherry Bun?
Yeah, Fairy Bun.
Fairy Bun.
Fairy Bun.
Nice.
She's here for me.
Fairy Bun. Oh, okay. You're a friend of the ODK?
Oh, no, that's my boyfriend.
That's your boyfriend? Oh, okay. We have some questions for you.
You're not friends,
yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, okay, yeah. He brought me up
Does he-
before. I'm
how
the
does he kiss?
girlfriend with the other girlfriend.
Does he kiss you in the morning?
Oh,
Yeah.
she has a girlfriend.
Oh, she has a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Wait, you
me
have a
his
girlfriend and you're dating ODK?
That's right.
No, we're both dating lazy kids.
Wow.
What's so hard about that?
Okay,
That's
well,
good. That's a
okay.
throuple.
First of
I
all,
like
we're
that.
stoned. Okay, so bear with us. Okay.
No, we're just putting everything together. It's geometry.
Yeah, we're a little high, so you're gonna have to.
Don't add up.
Yeah. So, what is it you love about ODK? Have you said "I love you" yet to him?
Oh, absolutely. We tell each other we love each other all the time. That's off his phone.
What do you love about him?
Don't you cap right now? Don't you even cap?
I don't know what that means because I'm 40 years old. Yeah,
we're over 40. We don't know
Yeah.
what cap means. Like
What does that
someone
mean?
said that the
I'm
other day,
already
no
take my
cap.
cap
I was
off?
like,
You want me to take my hat off?
No
What's that
salary
Oh,
cap?
no.
Oh,
Cool.
No. Fuck. I'm not gonna explain this to a bunch of fucking grown men in a room. No.
Well, it's okay. Just close your eyes. Don't pretend that we're not four grown
I'm not
men in a
cap.
room.
I'm not gonna cap.
We're not
But how did you meet ODK? How did you meet him?
I've known him for like, I want to say 7 years actually.
But how did you
Okay,
meet
so
him
7 years.
initially?
Yeah, what
How did
happened
you meet
7 years ago when you first
him?
met him?
Skate park.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was fucking amazing. I thought he was fucking insane, and I thought he was so cool and matched my vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dude, this is such a genuine human. Like, I love this kid so much.
I feel the same.
Like, he just started, like, yeah, he started,
And that was at Chuck
popping
E.
off,
Cheese?
like, making music.
And where did you meet?
Oh, yeah, no, that was, like, that was in the back of our fucking friends, like, our old friend's house.
Oh, nice.
DJ Work, yeah.
What up? Shout out, DJ Work.
Smoking.
Not for his birthday.
Yeah, the little trap house.
Oh, that's right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Tell us a fun fact about ODK that nobody knows about.
How intense you want it to be.
What?
How intense do you want it to be?
Oh, fuck.
As intense as possible.
This is the Ventura Tide Pod.
As intense as possible.
Okay, I was like, don't worry.
Yeah.
I was like, I love him. Okay. Well, I think the one thing I love, or one of them, I think the most, like, aspiring things about Lazy and the most admirable things about Lazy and the thing I admire most is how fucking, like, much he loves so fucking, like, everything he does. I'm not talking about myself like that. But, like, I'm talking about, like, his music, his jobs, his passions. He puts in 110,000%. He doesn't give a fuck, dude. Like, he'll literally just make what he wants to be like, I want this, and fucking get it. And that's so admirable because so many people are at home sitting on their ass. And look at this kid. Look at what he's doing right now. Where is he at?
He's on the
Ventura motherfucking Tide Pod.
Boom, come on.
Yeah, he's on the Ventura motherfucking Tide Pod. So much better than everyone else, like, watching on our fucking phones. The fuck? He's actually on this doing something. And, like, I watched him go through so much.
Manganado.
Like, bro.
Overdose.
Hey, do you know what? As one of his friends, thank you for loving this man.
Yeah. We love him too.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, he's a stand-up
This
guy.
is fucking genuine as fuck. Like, if you don't support him for your music, like, for his music, he's fucking, you're gay, like, of course.
Nothing's wrong
with being gay, but
yeah, you're gay.
Oh, no, I'm a full lesbian. Yeah, I'm gay, guys.
So you're just saying it like Eminem used to say it. I know, it's all good.
Yeah, me and my girlfriend are both dating.
Marshall
Lazy.
doesn't say that kind of stuff anymore either. But.
Okay, got it. So,
I love that, dude.
But yeah, we love him too. I was wondering if he could be a bigger part of our podcast. Would that be okay with you? To borrow him?
Absolutely. I really think that he should be like a fucking returning regular fucking like member of your podcast.
Regular guest. Maybe we can kick Junior off.
Just kidding, Junior.
I'm just kidding, Junior. You know,
Junior, you're in here for life. You're in here for life, Junior.
That's great.
Oh my God.
Big time.
No, I was thinking I was going to teach ODK how to run the boards and like be the producer of the show, maybe, or co-host or something. So
like Gary of Howard Stern.
You're like Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
You want to be my Baba Booey?
Is it okay with her if he's your Baba Booey?
Yeah. Is it okay if I make your boyfriend my Baba Booey?
Absolutely.
All right,
Yay, love
Cool.
it.
We got the blessing.
He can still be your boo boo.
So as a 100% lesbian, how is his technique compared to like other women?
Yeah.
She doesn't know.
You don't know?
I was going to say, I don't know. You asked a lesbian.
Okay.
Let's go back to the first part of that sentence.
I thought you were dabbling in ODK. That's why.
No, they're dating the same
Oh,
person.
no, I definitely.
No. Okay.
Yeah, no. We're both dating him.
Oh.
That's
We're
what I'm
dating
saying.
each other.
So you're dating him.
Yeah.
So does he ever like? Does he like ever?
It's more platonic. Like we'll both just we'll all just like be kicking it on the bed, like watching a movie, and we'll all be like cuddling and being so loving and like love's so extraordinary. So it's like
sounds like the Playboy
Man is living the dream.
Sounds like the Playboy Man.
You've been sleeping on this guy.
I'm celibate for 1 year, and this guy's over here cuddling two girls.
Knew someone.
I know, right?
What am I doing wrong,
dude? That sounds amazing. It also sounds like you're locked in the friend zone.
I'm a little aroused right now. Thinking about both you and him. I'm like,
dude, does he ever get to like hook up with you guys, or
no?
He never gets to hook up?
No, it's platonic. That's what I'm saying. They're just
I don't know what platonic means. I'm too high to know what platonic means.
Right?
Yeah.
It's astronomical, but the other side of
Was that an album?
Platonic is a sediment of like rock.
Love.
Exactly. It's like you love your friends, you love people. Like you can love.
Love is love is given totally different. Like
like
I told Greg the other day I'd rather hug him than my ex-wife. Like I was like I feel more love than having sex with my ex-wife. That's what I said. Yeah. I'd rather hug Greg. Shit, that's better physical love than.
I don't know if that's love or hate.
Well, no, I mean,
I'm confused.
No, I feel a better connection with Greg than I did, having sex with somebody you don't really enjoy having sex with.
Care about, exactly.
So you're not a big fan.
No, I get that.
Spinz is not a big fan of hate sex.
No, I'm not. Definitely not. I'm not a big fan of sex, anyways. Like, it's not something I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ask
I'm celibate.
why? Because same. I'm not celibate. Like, bitch, I can break it down, but that's not what I'm saying.
Break it down.
What I'm saying is I just how I am with lazy. Like, I literally just lay on you. Like, I'll play your hair. I'll expect the same shit back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's give and take.
You have to give out more love than you receive in order to receive it back.
Definitely.
It's the only currency that literally works in reverse.
Overdose Kid, you must give out twice the love, brother.
Yeah.
Because you're getting twice the love back right now.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly, right? Bang.
I'm impressed, dude. I'm moving you up the power rankings.
Yeah, you get a plaque. Yeah, you're getting a plaque at the milk room for that one.
Yeah.
Easily.
Oh yeah, easily. You're getting employee of the month.
I was gonna say Lily is also watching.
That didn't work.
Yeah, his other girlfriend is also watching, and she's
shout her out too.
She just broke up.
Very nice.
Yeah, Lily says she loves you and she's proud of you, and she's texting me pictures right now of the screenshots of
He's in the
you
moment.
guys, and I'm like,
yeah.
Wait, can we get the three of you in the next Milk Room fashion show?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the next
Oh my God, yeah.
In my next video?
I apologize for not remembering the name. That man in the red hat. I'm so sorry for singling you out.
This is Greg. Greg.
You're good.
I know you're Greg. I'm not talking to you, Greg. I did know your name. I should have said
He's
Greg.
the only one in the red hat.
Okay, I should have specified. So the one in the red hat, okay?
Right, the other guy.
The MAGA hat?
Yeah. I met you the other day.
Which one?
I walked by the milk room guy.
No.
Oh yeah, Greg.
Greg.
Yeah, his name's Greg.
He just came off the
Greg
Cops show, as you can see the T-shirt.
88?
Yeah.
88 Cops.
Yeah, what a show.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I fall asleep to cut that on YouTube.
Really?
Just old episodes of Cops.
Yeah, really fuck with your nightmares.
And then he gets a knock on his door, and he's like,
It reminds me that my life
that?
ain't that bad, right?
Yeah, man.
I know. I see some homeless dude getting beat the fuck up by there's 4 patrol cars at Starbucks earlier.
Where?
And they started kicking the cops. Yeah, by the off of Moon, the drive-in Starbucks by the trailer park.
Huh.
I was like, damn. I was worried about myself. I was like, I hope these fuckers don't recognize me.
Shit.
It's intense.
Do you have problems with Ventura Police Department?
Definitely. Well,
You
I was
do?
in the county for a year and a half.
Those are county sheriffs. There's different.
I hate the sheriff, but the cops specifically is just stealing this shit.
Well, if you want, I can talk to them for you.
It's okay.
No.
I think you're gonna watch this shit.
Listen to me.
In terms of parole,
That's my drink. Probation officer, that's my drink.
Yeah, the only term of parole.
I'll take one for the team.
Oh, probation officers.
I'll take one for the team, man.
Yeah,
well,
it's okay.
You're drinking it openly, so I don't know if I can.
We'll write you a letter.
Hey, I'm gonna call her. Stay on the line, but I just wanted to introduce the show officially, okay? Because we've been going for a while. This is Greg Monterrosa, the founder of the Milk Room.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Oh, we have a applause button.
Yeah.
So the cool thing about the Milk Room is it's like positive energy for the community. That's the best way I can put it. And everybody who's been on the show, well, I don't know about everybody, but almost everybody has passed through the Milk Room. So I'm glad to have you on finally.
No, it's an honor.
And then most of all, thank you for what you've done for this guy right here, because it gave him a lot of positive hope. I don't know what you'd call it when he was having a rough time. And that's very good. And I don't think a lot of businesses are doing that in Ventura, that kind of stuff. So,
we're in the trenches.
Yeah.
We are literally outside. So
I was gonna say, I live up the street from you guys. I go in all the time, actually.
Thank you.
And I love the Milk Room.
We
I love
appreciate
the Milk Room. I love walking in and seeing every type of style of artist, and it's always updated. It's always switched out. It's always new, and I love it. It's so creative and refreshing to see everyone putting in work for the Milk Room. It's so cool.
Well, the attitude is we run as a unit, right? So
exactly.
Milk Room is really an energy that all of us when we come together, we get to really create magic in what we do and what we love. So thank you. Next time you pull up, be sure to
introduce yourself. Next time you
yourself. I got a milk room tea for you.
I have a knife.
Oh my god, yay!
That's
Okay,
nice.
I'm my girl.
Nice.
I love it.
I don't have one knife.
And what's your favorite part about the milk room?
Everything.
Honestly, I love everything because I could not like agree with you more that it's like everybody working as a team. It's all the different energies. Like that's what I mean. Like I literally walk in and there's always something new to look at because there's someone's art on the wall. Or there's a new like rack of clothes out. You know, like there's always something new and fresh and like out. And I appreciate that about you guys because it's a positive energy to walk into.
You're always
It's very
changing it up.
refreshing.
We need that.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you think the milk room sets the trend, or is the trend, or is like following a trend?
Can I be 100% honest?
Yes, please.
Yep.
Okay, I think that it is breaking away from the trend in the best way. I think you guys are like, you guys kind of try to do the podcast thing like traditionally. It was cool, but you guys are branching out and like doing it like more loosely and being like cool and like just like not giving a fuck what you say and just being real. And that's so much more refreshing to see. Like,
Appreciate
I'm gonna
that.
be honest with someone that's just like bullshitting. Like,
Sorry.
it's really refreshing to watch these and like see that you guys are just like real people. And you can see that walking into the milk room. You guys are real people, you're real humans doing something. And I think that's what makes it unique and different. And honestly, I think you guys are setting a trend that more people should follow.
Thank you.
Dude, did you pay her
No,
to do it?
no.
Okay, that's fucking
That
awesome.
was a good Google review.
Like I've never like.
Can you go
have
on
I ever met
Google
her?
and write that?
Have I met her?
Maybe
Somebody left the milk room a bad Google review, so
It
we're
would've been
asking
just a
people
quick
right now.
slide.
If you go on Google,
Oh,
leave
yeah.
us leave milk room a good Google review right now, because
Oh,
yeah,
love you, Spence.
Yeah.
So Spence has been a very important part of like our culture and what we up to. I mean, this guy is so cemented into Ventura and like cares about his community in a way that like is contagious. So like being around a guy like this, I
my
can't
dad
help.
was the same way.
I can't help but to roll up my sleeves, right? And like, all right, let's keep our side of the sidewalk clean.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
milk room's a blessing.
Yeah.
Milk
I
room,
mean, I
it's-
feel like all three of us have like the same goals. We just
Of
want
course.
the city to come up a little bit, you know?
Well, it's already come up, right? It's like he said when we were turning the corner. Like, look at this corner right here. Like, you saw a little bit of weeds right here on the corner of Seward and Thompson, right?
Yeah.
But you don't see trash. You don't see homeless encampments. You don't see tents. You don't see these things. Like, we all look out for each other here, and that's important, right? And if someone did see that, they would probably bring it up and be like, "Hey, you have a place to stay down here at the hotels, or it's a different vibe here." And I don't know. I think milk room brings the art and the culture and the community and obviously the music to a centralized place, right? And that's how you build a scene, or how you improve anything, is through having a hub, right? Where you can collectively grab this energy, because it's energy, right? Everybody's got their hertz, right? Like megahertz, right? And you go from DC to AC. You're an engineer also. You go from DC to AC when you convert energies.
Definitely not.
And things have to be grounded. Things have to have the right current, right? And the little stumbles or the bad reviews is like just a little skip of that current, right? That it's still flowing. That current's still flowing, right?
Yeah, all
And-
electrical currents go up and down.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. So
Well, we're having a blast,
Well, I'm
and
appreciating
we
that.
love like being invested in Ventura, right? Like we're here for the long term. We're here to support that independent artist. Like my favorite thing is like meeting people that like want to perform, right? So like we're not a music venue, but I let my friends play music there. So like if anybody wants to book a show at the Milk Room, the easiest way to do it is just pull up and get to know us. Say what's up to Spinz, buy a record from the guy, like just dive into our community. And like that's how shows happen at the Milk Rooms. Because I'm not a venue, right? I'm not the Six. Like it's not really set up for that. But again, we'll let our friends perform there. And it's been beautiful to see like the level of talent coming out of Ventura. Like shout out to our homeboys over at Underground Magazine. Like they're doing a good job at curating like a lot of good music coming out of here.
Shout out to Anderson .Paak for being dope too.
And Miss Restricted.
What did he do?
I mean, he went to high school in Ventura. You know.
Okay. Yeah, Miss Restricted KJ. You know,
bro, shout out to her. We see how hard she's working.
Right. Big impact on this show too.
Yep.
Yeah, she works
Shout
hard.
out Restricted KJ.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
she's
works
one
hard
of the
and
dopest.
smart,
She's one of the dopest female rappers in the 805.
Yeah.
She's a low ride.
Like if you saw her Santa Barbara show, like the whole crowd lit up. At Manny's show at the Minority Streetwear when they had it in Santa Barbara, like everybody was fucking with Restricted KJ.
Right. No, Ventura's having its moment musically right now.
Oh yeah.
I
And it's a
agree.
collective energy. Everybody rides with each other, right? Like, you know.
I feel like the X Games gonna fuck it up.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, get on there, bro.
Definitely not.
ODK has a statement.
Yeah, I feel like the X Games might not like fuck it up, but I feel like it's gonna bring more attention to like we should be doing bigger things, and it's gonna take away from the local side of that. Like it's gonna want to be more commercial. Like they're already trying to build that fucking stadium.
I would love the stadium, honestly.
You're pro stadium.
I'm pro stadium.
Yeah.
I'm totally pro stadium. I mean, my dad was also pro college when they used to, in 1993, 92.
So who are they trying to bring here?
They're trying to bring a stadium, build a stadium.
At the fairgrounds. Right?
At the fairgrounds, which would be excellent, you know. And it's not like they're going to get rid of Jim Naylor's track. Jim Naylor owns Ventura Raceway. He owns the property. The state doesn't own that property, so it's not like they're going to get rid of the Ventura Raceway when they do that. It would actually be a nice little side thing, right? And it would bring a lot more people. And I'd rather see race cars in a stadium, honestly, because I go to NASCAR at the Coliseum every year now, the last 2 years, and it's amazing to watch race cars inside of a stadium.
Wait,
so.
the Strawberry Festival at the fairgrounds was nuts this past weekend.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
The traffic was so crazy.
Oh my God,
I love
fucking
it.
I live
crazy.
downtown, so I don't worry
It
about
was so
traffic.
fucking crazy.
I walk everywhere.
I didn't go, but yeah, I was just saying I live by the milk room, so like downtown,
Yep.
and
Downtown living. That's what we live for. We walk everywhere. I walk everywhere. I don't need to drive anywhere. I don't need to find parking.
You're living in the heart of Ventura.
Yeah. I mean, that's downtown living. If you live downtown, you live downtown, right?
We got a comment from Urban Rocha. We all know who that is.
What up?
He says, "Spinz hooked me up with a job for the city. Want to be one of the red jackets."
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, send me an email.
Yeah,
I
help
got
this
you.
guy out, man. He needs a job.
I can get you.
Are those all the comments on this show?
I can get you a job.
Oh, shit.
The city of
Red Jackets are
Ventura.
doing a good job.
Well, the city of Ventura is hiring right now out at the San Juan Road in the maintenance yard.
I stopped on Odd Lazy.
I can get you a job.
Oh, okay.
So past that is all the comments
Get
we
you
missed,
benefits.
except for the bottom.
Get you a dental.
All right.
Get you a Roth IRA. Roth IRA, bro. Like,
Fuck
come
yeah.
on, dude. My dad retired from the city, then went to work for the county for 10 more years, and he got his pension, right?
Yeah.
But like. Ridiculous, right? Like paid off the house for the rest of the house, right? Just from working for the city for that long. Like, oh my god.
Hey, we got Sandy Cheeks said best podcast, and you already said that, huh? Omar Lopez, what's up, man?
What up, Omar?
Omar,
We love you, man. When are you coming on here? Omar's
Yay,
got some
yay.
new music coming out. Be sure to tag us in it so we can repost. Kicking it with Gemini. Yeah, I'm glad you tuned in this week too. Appreciate it. Yeah, Riley Grizzard said baby.
that's me.
Hey, what up, baby?
What's
That was- you were
baby
talking to
mean?
Overdose
that's
Kid.
like
Yeah.
government.
Not me.
That's some government name.
Oh, that's your government.
know.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
my bad.
Let's
not give that away.
I fucked
Probation
up.
You're the one
officer.
that's yeah.
All right, you're so
What's
fired.
Hey, this
my
isn't
name?
bad. My
What's
little
my name,
brothers
baby? Say it right
drink this
now.
during
What's my
Christmas,
motherfucking
and it's.
name?
All right,
like the-
Joshua.
I'm a single Macallan Scotch whiskey guy.
Shout
but
out Milk Room. He
the
says
fruity stuff is. It's not so
Nice,
bad.
it's nice.
No, it's nice.
LMFAO. That means I don't know what the
Laugh
kids are
my
saying.
motherfucking ass
Cheers, says Sandy Cheeks.
What up, cheers?
Pacheco says a lot of emojis.
Hey.
And a lot of emojis.
Hey,
Like
what?
ideas.
Hey, what?
And one of them being a
Hey,
gas
hey,
station.
Hey.
Urbano Roca did some other emojis, like the peace sign and some. It looks like he's doing mushrooms tonight. It's
I was-
Rug.
Where the-
Dude,
where
I
the
wonder if- is
shrooms
that
at,
Rugs by
homie?
Dubs? It's Rugs, said Greg Metro. He big time. All right. Urbano Roca, where's the free price? Where's all the likes? Okay.
I love that.
We don't do things for likes. We do things for the love.
I don't give a shit about likes, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like 40 years
Trust
old, dude.
me.
What do you think I am? A teenager?
But if you are watching, share this.
Yeah, you can share it. Share
Yeah,
it.
and if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and do that.
And if you and your if your friends aren't getting down with what you're getting down with, it means you're not sharing it with them, right? And that means that you're not proud enough to share it, right?
Yeah.
So if you're proud enough to share it, right? Don't be that guy that's like, oh, whatever. They're from Ventura, da 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 da.
Don't
Like,
pussy.
no, dude.
Yeah.
It don't work like that, right?
If you watch this and don't share, you're a pussy.
Well, not.
On God. I shared it with 3 of my
Not
friends
the
already.
point.
On God.
Not the point.
Yeah.
The point is,
I'll build on
the
that.
point is
I'm-
it can be a
I'm saying
little
a different point
intimidating
than-
sometimes to
Yeah.
share with people. But if you share it. Sharing is caring. It's like literally a thing.
If you
Sharing
don't,
is
you're
caring.
kind of a pussy. All right. But that's
Whatever.
my point, not Spinz.
Whatever. Yeah, it's not
All right.
my.
Spinz is spreading positive energy. I don't mean to spread.
Would you
spread
mind
negative
passing me
energy.
No, that's
folded
not
up
a
piece of
negative
paper?
energy.
Hey,
That's not
as
negative.
as a lesbian, what is like the most common
I
mistake
love
that guys
pussy.
do when
So,
they?
calling me a pussy, I'd be like, thank you.
Yeah, what you
I
eat?
love that.
Yeah. Like what do guys do? Like what do guys do that they're missing the boat with that like women do better sexually?
Head games
This-
usually
yeah.
fucking suck.
Sorry,
Like,
I thought it was this
Yeah,
paper
that's
or
what-
I'm not
something.
gonna lie.
Paper.
They
Like,
suck at eating
someone-
box,
like,
right?
a guy's head games. Yeah, they fucking suck. Like, their dick pic game isn't good either.
I have a
Like,
new song about that on
No
my album.
shit.
I have a song
No,
called
listen
Down.
up, Spinz, because
I know.
Yeah.
I have a 9-inch tongue and I can breathe through my ears, so I'm not. I know about what she's talking
See,
about.
okay, that's perfect. That's all you need,
like
baby.
right?
Okay.
So he's a deep
Yeah.
diver. He's a
Saying,
muff diver.
I am. Yeah, I'm a
Supposedly,
total
I made
lover.
my ex
Like,
come 7 times.
Yeah.
With my
did?
tongue
My ex
yesterday.
was a
Oh
lesbian.
wait, ODK.
My ex was a
announcement,
lesbian.
Everybody. Okay,
She's
announce
still
it.
with me.
Yeah, supposedly I made my ex come 7 times yesterday with my tongue.
Oh, easy.
Okay, fuck
That's
yeah, dude.
on a day off.
My ex yesterday.
On a
She
day
broke
off.
up with me today, so I had to say ex.
Wow.
Send
So
her my
you made her
way.
come 7 times and she broke up with you. You gotta stop at 4. Bro.
She's a,
You gotta stop at 4, dude.
Yeah.
You didn't leave her wanting more.
He's
And
overperforming.
then she,
I don't like
overall
that.
performance. Yeah,
Yeah. You gotta take the foot off the
can't
gas,
win a
bro.
you can't win a Grammy
Yeah.
performing on those concerts.
Yeah. Right? Does ODK go too hard?
Liz Compo says he got no sound, guys. I guess my phone instead.
no.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
Hi Liz.
Hey, can you hear
Liz
us?
talking
Can-
about the wrong thing?
Viewers, Riley, can you hear us through
Can
the
you hear
podcast?
us on the
Through
podcast?
yeah.
Turn up the volume so we make
Yeah.
sure. Okay, good.
Yeah, I
she can
can.
hear you. Okay, cool.
Hey, Liz, turn up the volume. Maybe it's the phone or
Yes,
something,
Jack,
or refresh
crank
your
it up.
screen.
Liz,
Yeah.
I always see you out in public, but I'm too awkward to like say hi. So if you see
You're the
me,
best Saturday.
if you see me, Liz,
Yeah,
just
'cause-
flag me down.
Flag me down.
Hey, I have an announcement to make. I don't, but I want Spinz to make it. Can you tell everybody about Spin Saturdays? Because we're going to be out there.
Hold on, let me
downtown
load
Ventura.
up. Yeah, Spin Saturdays.
Oh,
let
he's
me
got
load
a.
up.
He's
load up Ventura.
he's swiping right, ladies and gentlemen. So
I'm-
we got.
Exactly. I'm on my. I'm on that. Yeah.
Wow.
Hold on. Let me
Wow.
just
Big booty.
let me
Wow.
just
Big booty bitches.
Go here.
But
And
yeah,
then I go.
straight guys, their box games week, right? That's what
Straight
all my
guys
lesbian
box
friends
game
tell
is
me.
weak for sure.
I beg to differ. If you're a lesbian, hit me
If
up.
I'm
and
not
I
a
can
glazed
prove,
donut,
I
I'm
can
not
prove
happy.
guys could do it.
She laughed.
Yeah, I don't know. The
We need to
lesbian
hold a
does not
master
agree
course.
with you, bro.
Facts.
Yeah.
A
Facebook
master
Live.
class on.
Ventura Tide Pod and Facebook Live.
There we go.
All right.
Shout out to
So,
my mom on Facebook.
what was the
Hey, we
question
haven't been
again?
on Facebook.
What was the question again?
Spin Saturdays.
Oh, Spin
Yeah.
Saturdays. So
tell everyone about it.
Okay,
Tomorrow, hey, if you don't have plans tomorrow, listen to this.
Yeah, tune in.
We're
So-
going to be there.
So Spin Saturdays are community, culture, music, family, right?
Yeah.
And outdoor activities. Of course, music mixed in additionally extra because we want everybody to be moving the whole time, right? Like
Yeah.
fitness and being in shape is a good thing too, right? Like moving and activities and not like always playing video games. So we have lawn games. So the good folks at the city gave us the park in front of Milk Room, right? And
Yeah.
and so we can do whatever we want out there. We have little I got a soccer ball. Shout out to JD
Yeah, we'll
over
be
at the Boys and
smoking some
Girls
weed.
Club thrift store. They gave us some lawn games and this stuff, and gave us good discounts on the lawn games. And all the surf rodeo people, they're good people anyway. So if you do look for lawn games, bring your own lawn games. You know, cornhole. Bring your cornhole. Bring your wiffle ball bats and baseballs. I don't know.
Bring an instrument.
Bring an instrument. Bring whatever you want.
Bring a fire pit.
You know, and Spin Saturdays is for everybody, right? It's not just for me. But it's for everybody. It's a chance. It's like a block party, you know. It's for everybody to come out, enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, we have a good time, right?
Yeah, right in the heart of downtown. It's just like such a positive vibe, and it's like just a good time to be outside and watch, like watch all the people walking by, and we could play whatever music we want.
Painting.
Yeah, we're gonna blow some bubbles.
And you said that
We have a bubble.
And,
we're gonna have a bubble war tomorrow.
Yeah. And I just want to announce, hey, everybody.
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
You're gonna be there?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely
cool.
be there.
Yeah.
I just want to announce to everybody, so one of the ways that we spread positive vibes in the city is we try to get everyone to grow their own, if you know what I mean. So I am going to be giving out...
Grow your own cannabis.
Yeah, 4 seeds to whoever wants it. Just come up to me. You look at this face. Just come up to me. I'll give you 4 seeds because it's the end of spring. It's about time to get it in the ground right now.
You got to get it in the ground. It's time to get it in the ground.
Harvest time is
the city of Ventura.
Croptober.
The city of Ventura allows 6 plants per household
without any documentation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So every household
is allowed 6 plants. So we encourage people to grow their own cannabis, right?
Yeah, because the pre-rolls, they just came out with an article saying the pre-rolls have
inside
dirt in it.
Yeah.
They found dirt in the
And if you grow your own plant, you'll start loving the plant a lot more, right?
And I don't want anybody in the cartel coming after me, but like, there's some pesticides in some of that weed out there.
Yeah.
It is not grown.
And I take the
right
little
way.
caterpillars and I pull them off my plant and I throw them over the wall.
Yeah,
At Josh's side. Josh lives behind me. The brothers. So I throw them on Josh's side.
My neighbor's got a lot of caterpillars too.
Yeah.
On the topic of weed, it doesn't hit like it used to. Like I was talking to this friend of mine on how like we get the giggles
because
we would get the munchies.
Exactly.
Like it was fun.
Yeah. Now it's like
no.
Yeah, is it hitting hard?
We're gonna try to
there is.
mine.
I was.
So
just
I'm gonna tell you what's going on. Okay, so the industry has recently legalized weed, and then if you'll notice when you go into the dispensary, they have the THC percentage,
right?
And whatever has the highest percentage gets the most money,
right?
But we're putting too many eggs in the THC basket.
Exactly.
Weed is more than THC.
Totally.
And that's why the weed is fucked up right now. And whenever I go to like a party and I have this stuff, people ask, they want to trade me.
Of course.
They want to buy it. I can't sell. My wife won't let me. And it's because this is old school weed. It's organically grown. It's legal. It's outdoor grown. It's grown the way it's supposed to. It has moonlight, right? It's not grown in a grow room. 12 hours exactly. 12 hours of darkness. It's like scientific, right?
Yep.
But plants need moonlight. They need bugs. They need bugs to eat some of the leaves. So
definitely.
Develops certain growth patterns
enzymes
to make it stronger.
Right.
You're missing out on all this natural stuff. It needs wind.
And bugs have life too.
Wind makes it get stronger. The stem and the roots, right? So you grow it indoors. There's no wind, so it's floppy. Do you see the indoors? They're tying up the leaves.
It's terrible.
You know, it's like you know those cows that they like the veal, right? They don't let them walk their whole life.
And they don't get classical music.
Meat more tender.
They don't get KUSC during the day like mine.
It's like, have you ever had, like, you go to, like, France or something and you have a chicken that was grown outdoors on a farm?
It's so much more, like, exquisite and delectable there.
Slovenia.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
In Slovenia, too.
So I think we're going to come around on weed. Like, the way the weed is very druggy right now. It's very THC heavy, and that's all.
I'm in the cannabis industry, and during COVID, people were getting psychosis because. No, I
shouldn't laugh at that.
I'm totally serious.
I should not laugh.
I'm totally serious,
fuck, man.
And they would stop buying cannabis from dispensaries because the bud tender would be like, okay, they would start out with 16, 17, 18% cannabis, right?
Yeah.
THC value, and then it would get up to 23, 25, right? And they would be like, wow, this is strong, right? Then you got your Alien Labs, you got your Connected, you got your West Coast Cure, and these are up to 30, 32, right?
Yeah.
They're like, whoa.
Right.
After a couple weeks of smoking that, scientifically, you're losing brain cells, right? But
I mean, if you say
no.
Yeah.
No, you are. And it creates creates a chemical imbalance in your brain, not in your body, but in your brain, that sets off triggers that are like, anxiety, depression.
We're going into idiocracy,
right? Or complacency, or self-loathing. Like these things. Right. I'm sitting in my apartment now, and I'm like, I can't do anything because I have a superiority complex, and I have this, and I total psychosis, right? It's like they think they're somebody that they're not, or living in a place that they're not, right? Mm-hmm. And it's THC driven. It's from too much tetracycline, too much psychoactive, right? It's like if you're activating those neurons in your brain constantly, it's like, what are you supercharging your brain for? Are you trying to make it to space, or because cannabis will open up your mind.
So wait, these seeds tomorrow are going to be an awesome gift for people, because everybody in this region is growing. Everybody's got a cool backyard. You know what I'm saying? So if you've been interested in growing, like, now's the opportunity to pull up to the Milk Room, spend Saturdays, bring your kids, and grab a few seeds.
I'll bring 8 seeds.
There you go.
And you know how much?
8
just so you know how much seeds cost. They're about like $300 or $400 for like a 4-pack.
Yeah, so this is a $2,400 value.
It's a gift from the Tide Pod.
This is a $2,400 value. Yeah.
$2,400 value.
Yeah.
Come on down to the Milk Room tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you got a $2,400 value.
Yeah. Hey, I have a question for you. I was wondering, can you explain what the Milk Room is? Because I don't know if we fully got that. I mean, we got the explanation from ODK's lesbian lover.
Right.
I'm sorry, what was her name?
Rabbit.
From Rabbit, but I want to hear the explanation from the founder.
You're cock blocking.
I know, that's why I said it so proudly.
Stop. All right, this is about Greg. Let's switch over to Greg.
Let me share with you what inspired Milk Room, right? So think of the time COVID had just happened. We all went through this period where we were doing a whole lot of nothing, right? So having worked, prior to COVID, my hustle was economic development. So my whole thing was helping create high-paying tech jobs here in the Ventura County region, attracting great startups to the region to come employ people that live out here. So that was my whole grind prior to COVID, was economic development. So COVID happens, and I asked one of my mentors, what's the hardest type of business to scale during a pandemic? And she was like, it's a retail store. So I was like, cool, I'm going to do that.
Wait, why do you want to do the hardest thing?
Well, COVID broke out. I wasn't sure if the world was going to end or not, right? So I had just got done watching, what's the zombie TV show?
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. And so I'm over here okay, they don't tell you how The Walking Dead starts. I'm assuming it was COVID, right? So I'm like, all right, I've seen this. The world's going to end. Let me do something hard.
Or fentanyl.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Fentanyl, oh God.
Yeah. So... boom, a retail store. All right, cool. So I want to do that. Because for the longest time, I was working with other founders, working with entrepreneurs. And at some point, you got to eat what you cook, right? So the best chefs in the world are going to try the plate. So I'm over here, not necessarily telling people what to do, but advising people, right? Oh, here's the steps you should take. Because in my prior life, I launched a startup that just outgrew me and employs a bunch of people. And it's allowed me the freedom to go help other founders thrive.
Oh, got it. So it wasn't a financial-driven decision.
It was more of a challenge. Let me do something that's hard. Just so, I have all this knowledge, right, on how to scale a startup, how to grow a business. Let me go implement all these things that I know into something hard. So, prior to Milk Room, my business partner, Rob, he worked for me at this entrepreneurship center I helped Cal Lutheran launch a few years ago. And he was the president of the entrepreneurship club. I joked that he came with the building. But he was one of the early employees there that really helped me set a foundation for this entrepreneurship center where a lot of our friends got to start businesses, employ people, raise capital. So my attitude is if you work for me, I'm going to step up. I'm not a career move, right? So the opportunity to launch Milk Room comes along and I look over to Rob and I'm like, come be my business partner. You know, like he went from being like somebody that worked for me to like, no, like come run alongside me. So I'm a fan of like, there should be 3 types of people in your life. There should be somebody that you mentor, somebody that runs alongside you, and someone that mentors you. And they could be for all different aspects, right? So like the people that I go to for like financial advice aren't the same people I'm going to go to for relationship advice. So Rob became somebody that I mentored and then somebody that I ran with. And now like he gets to bring gems into my life as someone that mentors me, right?
And what do your other mentors do?
So they're all across the sphere, right? So I've got like my pastor. I consider him a mentor, right? I've got really influential people that I respect. There's this one of my friends. I love the way he treats his wife. So whenever I have when I need advice on relationships, that's who I'm going to go to because they've been married for like 100 years. Right. I love the way he loves his wife, and like that's who I'm going to get it from, right? So,
are you married?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
So we bring Milk Room to life. So what exactly is Milk Room going to sell, right? So at the time, the resale market was hot. Like Melrose and Fairfax was just buzzing. They were one of the few places left. And so there came an opportunity to bring that kind of energy where it didn't exist in the West Valley in Woodland Hills. So we launched the space. Our attitude was like minimum viable product. Like it's easy to overcomplicate things. Let's not. We need shelves, racks, and a cash register. Let's go. So then it started attracting really cool creatives, people that make clothes, people that perform, people that make art, and they just wanted to participate. So we slowly evolved into this community of creators that support each other.
That's amazing.
So it's been hard. Like this is like Milk Room has been the hardest thing I've ever done. And like I have failed at a lot of things. Like I've tried my best to like launch things and pop them off and everything.
What are some of the things that failed?
Well, not necessarily failed, but some things I took an L on were like drop shipping hustles when all that was going on. Just ridiculous ideas that I thought I had in my head that just weren't it, right?
Why don't you think why do you think they failed?
Because my calling is to be in the trenches. Like what Milk Room has allowed me to do is like I am outside. So before in the startup venture capital world, like I'm behind like 2 assistants. I'm in the office. Like you really don't get to see Greg. But like at the Milk Room, like you pull up and like I'm there.
You're there. Yeah.
So like so I feel like my calling is like God wants me outside to like impact homies in a good or bad way, and by being outside, I'm gonna get attacked. So it's been quite a journey, you know. But it's one that like we love doing. I wake up like I work hard. You know what I'm saying? Like we love what we do, and like we're gonna see this thing shine. And to me, the best part is like being that first stage for a lot of artists.
Is that what you set out like when you started out like in like your love for fashion and retail and this? Did you set out to like inspire people, or did you set out to like I want to build a brand, I want to build a business, you know, I want to be successful in business? Did you foresee like the extras of that?
I didn't. So the energy was like, let me just work hard and surround myself with good people. And you continue to collect people in your life like you, like this guy. And then you look up and you're like, wow, I'm surrounded with people that I like admire, respect, would invite to my wedding, want them to be a part of my family. Like, it's beautiful what's happening, right?
Yeah.
And it's been just organic and natural, nothing forced. We haven't bought any followers. Or like, we like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no buying the likes or the followers.
Right. But what's being cool is like being able to be fluid. So like in Woodland Hills, we realized that a lot of our customer base are artists. So we built a music studio in the back of Milk Room that like our community can come and like make music there.
Yeah, tell people about that because
shout out Grigsby.
Like, is it
He's
free?
There tonight.
Is it
Grigsby's
free
there
or
tonight.
Grigsby Live?
Shout out Grigsby.
Yeah.
It's JB.
What's up, Grigsby?
Well, right now we're working things out. Like I'm inviting people to like pull up. So like good homies that want to record because it's a space like we're there to work, right?
Shout out Metro Boomin. Come through Metro Boomin.
Right,
hey,
Metro
come
Boomin,
through Metro Boomin.
more, nigga.
Yeah, we wanna make some records.
Yeah. But there's a certain work ethic in the studio that creates good music, right? And it's like
I gotta go.
Okay, thank you for hanging out with us.
Pull up on us tomorrow.
Yeah, pull up with us tomorrow. We'll be there. Spin Saturdays.
Hey, if you have some free time, call back and give us a box lesson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm just getting in the homie's car right now.
All right. Drive safe.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, and they're also watching the podcast.
That's what my little nephew Marshawn says. Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, well, like your story is very similar to the this podcast. You know, we just started it, and then cool people just started coming around. Next thing you know, you have a little bit of a community.
I met Junior at Wheelhouse's. When Wheelhouse had a can of Curious, I spoke with the Wainimi police chief, and I met Junior.
We're a little
He's like,
behind
you
on
know,
some
I was like,
comments.
I know you guys, man. Ventura Tide Pod. He's like, you know us? I'm like, fuck yeah, I love you guys.
I met you
know?
there too when it was that comedian dude was like saying, "This is why Wheelhouse needs to be in Ventura," right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I had a debate with that lady. Remember, like. I had a heavy debate because, like, in front of everybody, and they were like, I was like, well, you don't carry more than $5,000 of product and cash on you because it's illegal in California, and just laying down the laws. Yeah, really. No.
You can't have over 5,000 cash on you?
No, if you're a delivery driver, no.
Oh,
product and
just
cash.
Normal people.
Right.
Back when I used to slang, I'd have the homie hold all the cash and I hold all the products.
That's,
It's just two separate things.
That's the black market.
All right, we got some comments coming in specifically for Greg. It says, ask Greg about the Milk Room printed tees and the work he puts in to make those so dope. He gives vintage and secondhand clothes a new life.
Damn, how much do I owe you for that? Oh, man.
Yeah, so the
Thank you.
so the
Who's that
question
from?
was,
Who's that from?
Alex Flip, yeah.
Shout out Flip.
Yeah, and I've been evidence to that, seeing Greg work, because he inspires me when I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like to be honest, like we had a hip hop shop 3 doors down from here, 211 East Thompson Boulevard, right?
Mm-hmm.
1991. So I would go from Ventura High School right here, literally right here, right down your street, right?
Mm-hmm. Don't tell people where I live, please.
Right,
This is back when
right on the
dinosaurs were
sidewalk,
around.
right on the sidewalk. All the graffiti writers, everywhere in the 805, wrote from that bus station right here on Thompson, all the way to 211 East Thompson Boulevard, right? And shout out Tony Torres. 91, we had Label Whore, we had Fresh Jive, we had Cross Colors, we had everything. What he was talking about, Melrose, right? Bringing here to this spot, right? And it's just such a blessing to see that same vibe, right? You know, because we were kids. I'm talking Madlib, I'm talking Loop Pack, I'm talking guys with 12 Grammys to their names now, right? We're in this little shop right here, freestyling and making music just like the Milk Room is. So the ripple effect goes like this, right? Mm-hmm. Especially with a scene. Like, if you know Spinz, you know Madlib, you know Metaphor, you know Loop Pack, you know Roxy, you know Ono, and the list goes on and on and on, right? Dudes with deals that have been around the world and, you know, made a living at it, right? Start off in little places like this, right? And that's the important factor in this, is because there was a big gap between artists like Kyle and Anderson .Paak and me and Madlib and us, right? There was a good 10, 15 years in between that when nobody cared, and you could see it, you know? Yeah. Nobody cared, so there was no hub for these artists to go. I'm working with a kid named JB Music now. I wouldn't know him if it wasn't from
He was
Milk
here
Room.
Last week, yeah.
Exactly. So
good guy.
Right. So
up,
so
JB?
all these things are a hub, right? I wouldn't have met them if it weren't for that. Taj Bibi, these kids, right? Like, Taj Bibi got faded. Like, you want to hang out with the dude hang out with the alcoholics? Taj Bibi, let's go. You're going to come to my studio and, you know, you want to be a rapper now? Let's be a rapper.
Yeah. If you like to drink, Taj Bibi is your guy.
There you go, right? And
he's
you're
cleaned
drinking
out
with
this
an
entire desk because he's so drunk.
You're drinking with an Irish motherfucker. Like, I drank with Tash from the Licks, like, my whole life, right? So, you know, like, you want to be a rapper? Like, let's do it, right? So, that's it, right? Like, and you're going to live like it, right? Because in the morning, you got to get up. Let's go, right? Yeah, that's
so
it.
for us, it's being a part of their story, right? To be like, oh, I remember performing there, or I performed there. Look at me now, right? Like, everybody needs that first venue. Everybody needs that. Like, I remember performing in front of 4 homies. Well,
oh, definitely,
right.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, and building a scene and what Milk Room's doing, I think, is like, you know,
so important.
It's so important, right? Because it's an outlet. Like, nobody's giving stages. Nobody's giving a outlet for anybody here, you know, and that's very commendable for what Milk Room.
So now part of our why has become to be a part of people's story, right? Mm-hmm. Whether you're a designer, whether you're an artist, whether you're a painter, whether you just want to pull up and hang out.
It just like evolved that way, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So like right now,
this show. Yeah.
One of my favorite people is Javier. Shout out to Javier. He's probably watching this.
Shout out Javier. What up?
I mean, this kid's a goat. He pulls up to the Milk Room on his bike. He's 14 years old, one of the Avenue kids, and he asks me, like, how do you make a shirt? So I walked him through the design process of screen printing, and I'm like, phase 1 are your designs. And he pulled up the next day with designs. And it's like, this is a 14-year-old kid. You know what I'm saying? That I get to, look, this is how fashion is created. Here, make your own stuff.
That's like super blessing. To be able to have like a young kid like that come through.
So like that energy is inspiring, right? And that becomes a part of my why, where like I gotta work harder to provide a space for a kid like this to feel safe and pull up and hang out.
Absolutely.
And were you given that also as a kid? Like what's your story as a child? Like, were you inspired by fashion and music, or what inspired you as a child?
So initially, it was like my mom was just working all the time. So I grew up in LA. I'm 44 years old, prodigy of the 90s. So like the LA music culture was just beautiful, right? For a kid growing up, I went to Hollywood High, grew up near USC, and
fight on, by the way, fight on.
You know, the caliber of artists we were able to see growing up, and then like my mom was just working all the time, so we lived in and out of
Young
the
MC.
thrift. Right, we lived in and out the thrift shopping, and so you got
USC.
Right. No, so fashion and music is just part of who I was as a kid, right?
And did you aspire to that? Like when you were a kid, did you see like, I'm gonna make a fashion. I'm gonna do that someday, right? Did
like
you see that like ever, like in your journey, like when you were a child?
So not as a child. In my early 20s, I did get a glimpse of the fashion world, and I was fascinated with it on the aspect of like,
wow. And where was that? Like where initially? Like where?
In Paris.
In Paris. Okay.
Yeah. So like I was living in Paris. Like
oh shit.
There was this one period in my life.
That sounds very fashiony.
Right. I was managing bands out here, so like I was putting bands on the road and. Life was just different than music, right? I was always outside, always drink. Like, it was just different when you work in music. So I was like, this doesn't align with who I want to be. I need to make a drastic change. So the word entrepreneur is a French word. And I'm like first-gen American. My mom got here illegally, got her grind on, got her green card, owned several businesses. So I'm like, if my mom could pull this off, like, I got this.
And where's your family from?
El Salvador.
El Salvador.
Yeah. So like, if my mom could do something like this with no iPhone, like, I'm going to be all right. So I bought a one-way ticket, put all my stuff in storage, and was like, I'm moving to Paris. And that just became an adventure unto itself, right? This loud American kid, big old Raider, crew neck, and like, that ain't gonna fly there, bro. That's not gonna fly.
And was the hash good in Paris? No,
right. It was like, so it just it helped level me up, right? So I had an understanding of like how important streetwear is, because streetwear is like these kids in their garages making stuff, right? And I'm over here like, wow, like, the flex is like catching that designer on the way up. Yeah. Like Nike, I know Nike's dope, but it's like that kid that's got 200 followers. So like most recently I had Aiden pull up. So Aiden's a 15-year-old kid, Ventura High, and he was wearing these ridiculous these dope pants on Main Street.
Ridiculously dope.
Right. So I walk up to this.
Are they like super baggy?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming back.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Thank goodness.
So I walk up to this kid and I'm like, yo, who made your pants? And he's like, I did. And I'm like, bro, like, let me show you what the Milk Room's all about.
Step inside, my friend. Yeah.
But like this kid was like, I already follow you guys. Like, da-da-da. So I hit him with that follow back, and like his mom pulled up, and I get to share with him like my knowledge on like what he's doing. And like, again, to be a part of that kid's story is going to be my why, right? Like to be that place where like, they see my art, they respect my art. Just because I'm 15, like, they're not treating me like a 15-year-old. They're respecting me like an artist.
Exactly.
I just noticed that Bailey Jordan wrote, "Take the time to know your why."
There you go.
Shout out, Bailey Jordan.
We love your music. We love you, Bailey.
I just realized
Yeah.
who Bailey was, like, randomly. Like, I know
Really?
Bailey Jordan. Yeah. I think he's been to
this
the house.
podcast is so like instrumental to the region. We got like city council people tuning into this.
We do.
Yeah,
Shout
that's
out.
crazy.
Yeah. What's
Shout
up,
out.
Liz Campos?
Liz Campos
Yeah.
is such a go. She pulled up to our store recently, and
Yeah.
it was dope. I got to spend like an hour with her,
Mm-hmm.
and it really opened me up. Like, I thought like, oh, I care about the community, but people like her come around, and you're just like, damn, I gotta go even deeper. Like, she's outside for the people, with the people.
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to like bring something up, just like city politics wise. I usually don't really get too involved in that, but
The literature. Yeah,
no.
Matimata.
yeah, they had a recent vote. Okay, so I just want to give you guys a little bit of the background. I want to make sure I get it right, so that's why I'm reading. Okay, and Sean, I see your call. So Sean sending us numbers to prank call, so he wants to bring the show on a
yeah,
different
we gotta
vibe.
call. Yeah, we gotta call that in a bit.
Okay, so there's 7 city council members, right? Liz Campos is in District 1. Mike Johnson's in District
Shout
3.
out, Mike.
Those are the 2
I love
people
Mike.
that have been on guests on this show.
Oh, Jim
Okay.
hasn't? Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, there's 5 voted to allow a coastal amendment to change land use from industrial jobs to high-density residential land. So basically, they're going to build 394 residential units,
Yay.
luxury apartments.
Yay.
So, okay.
Yay.
You're for it. You're for it. Okay.
I'm for it.
But here's the thing: is 92% of people in Ventura, according to a poll, were against this development for traffic reasons and for they're not low income housing. You know, so like they're seeing it as a part of a gentrification process.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay. The 2 people that voted against it were Liz Campos and Mike Johnson.
Okay.
So just wanted to bring that out. The point I wanted to bring up, it's not whether or not you agree with it or not. It's just
No, it's
that
definitely
most people in Ventura are against it, and to go against the will of the people, I think, is a dangerous game for city council. So I just wanted to bring that up. And then Liz
Are the people for it or against
is
it?
against it.
They're against it.
Yeah.
I need to pee.
I think most Venturans are against progress. So
Yeah.
that's initially
That's
the
part
problem.
of our culture, though.
It's
in
not
Ventura.
it's not part of our culture. Definitely not.
It's part of the Ventura
It's not because we've been changing for since we had tortilla flats. Like my grandfather came in 1923 to tortilla flats, which isn't even there anymore. It's the bridge that crosses into the RV park. So his first residence in 1923. Shorty Likens was that, right? So 100 years my family's been in Ventura now. So that is something we need to learn how to conform to, right?
Understood. It's just like when it's such a hard sentiment against it. It's like it's very pretentious to go against the will of the people. I think you're quote unquote a public servant. You have to vote with your constituents, and if you're not doing that, then
they're given a responsibility. No, they're given a responsibility, and if their constituents don't realize the benefits, right? They're held in a city council is held in a higher grade than constituents, right? They make decisions for us, and if they're thinking ahead, I'm hoping that I know Liz thinks ahead, right?
She voted against it.
Okay.
Her and Mike Johnson were the only 2.
Well, usually Liz is thinking ahead. So then that's for the constituents 5-10 years from down the line. Like you're thinking of the end game, not just like what's good now, right? And but anyways, there's many ways to discuss this kind of stuff, right? And it's not like it's not like who actually lives in that neighborhood. Like who lives downtown? I can count
ODK's girlfriend.
I can count maybe 200 people, 300 people live downtown, right? So the traffic, the things like this, like I don't complain about traffic. I live downtown, literally downtown, and I don't complain about traffic. I've never had to complain about traffic. It's such a blessing that I get on the 101 right in front of my house. I'm in LA or Santa Barbara within 45 minutes, right?
Yep.
And I don't ever worry about traffic because I play KUSC. I have classical music playing, and if I do hit traffic, like that's life, right? We hit traffic. We're in California. California is notoriously known for our traffic. right? So that's not something else to complain about. Like, and I'm sorry, we live in a beach city. Like, we literally have the beach 2 minutes from our house. We don't have anything to complain about. Like, and development, the more people, the better. Way more people, the better. Because it's we need to grow, you know, and growing is also growing with each other, right? Learning and having people of, you know, like I lived in Vienna, Austria, and people are kind of like on another echelon, and it's like you have like nice things happen, right? Not just. It's not like we're gonna all be homeless now.
Hey, the guy in the red hat, I don't think he's moved for like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I know he's
listening to Spinz.
Sorry. Sorry.
Is he moving now? Here,
There
move.
we go.
Just to see. Is he moving? I just want to make sure we're not frozen our stream.
That's Greg.
Yeah.
Shout out Milk Room.
No.
How are you?
So what's up, big dog? You smoking weed tonight?
Smoking weed?
Yeah, of course. So what's going on, man? That's all you called to say, or you got more to say?
I was making sure the guy's okay, but I'm so high that I wasn't sure if he was okay.
Oh yeah. Thank you. And where are you calling from?
Calling from the 805.
That's right.
Well, you know what? Just for caring, pull up to the Milk Room, and I got a free Milk Room shirt for you.
What? You just got a free Milk Room shirt.
Looking out, making sure I was okay.
What?
Bro.
That's right.
Let's
All
look.
right, I gotta go. Peace out.
Thank you.
Pull up.
How do you want to give him like a
And
password?
he hasn't even been
He's
smoking.
out. Okay. All right. Hey, we got a voicemail for you guys. Let's play it.
right.
Yeah.
Low-key Spinz fan. Like, I didn't even know he was from Ventura. And just want to say, waiting for the album. Because shit's dope.
Hey.
All right.
He sounds high as fuck, this guy. But
That guy
whatever.
was high as fuck, dude.
Gotta be worried about
He's
him.
elevated, medicated.
Yeah. All right,
Shout
we got
out
another
that
one.
dude.
Yeah.
Ventura
Overdosing.
Tide Pod. I love you guys.
She's so
Keep
high
up the
fuck
good
too.
work. I always forget I can leave a voicemail. I'll probably do this more often. Yeah. Woo. I don't know if anybody... Okay, wait. There's no going on live show. Okay. Gotta keep quick. Anyway, love you guys. Love what you do. Yeah. It's Savage. We out here.
Hey.
We watching, we listening, and we appreciate all the work you put into these shows and everything.
right.
Freaking awesome. You guys are freaking awesome. Miss you all. I'll be back on the show soon. You're
What?
okay. Bye.
I need to
Smoke
stop
up
drinking.
and Get real high.
Okay.
Thanks.
Well, that's the cue, Spins. Let's just spark up that joint,
Spark
my
that
brother.
shit.
Hey, first of all, there's no work goes into the show, but thank you for thinking there is. I just want to say, is there like an end goal with the Milk Room? Like, what's the ultimate goal? Like, if everything goes according to plan, where do you see it?
So we've been cooking up the idea for the music studio, which is being brought to life. We've been cooking up the idea for an incubator to identify like emerging artists, throw resources at them, and just help them do what they do. So like our end game is to continue to be a source for people to pop off, whether it's music, artistically, or fashion.
So you're basically meeting your goal now, because that's what you're doing now.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, it's the whole attitude of like deciding to live life by design as opposed to default. Because I've done the default, right? Wake up, go get employed by somebody, and like do that thing, right?
Boring. Yeah.
Well,
I'm just joking. That's what I do. So.
yeah.
All right.
Sandy says they're trying to turn VTA into LA.
Okay. Well, what up, Sandy? Call in. Speak your mind. I know you got a podcast. Sandy has a podcast coming
Nobody's
up, too.
trying to turn anything into any. We are so unique in Ventura that we can't be turned into anything. And LA is such a beautiful city. I love Los Angeles. There's nothing wrong with Los Angeles. Period.
You're tripping, bro.
The traffic.
Go hang out in downtown. I have an office in downtown LA. And like what's happening in downtown LA?
Go move to downtown LA.
Yeah,
Well, let's take downtown LA back too. Let's care about downtown LA. Let's not compare cities.
You
to,
can catch
like,
me on Skid Row just for the fucking
love your
weed.
city. Love your city.
No, it's tough what's happening in LA
Love
right
every
now.
city.
Shout out to May. What's up? She sent a picture. She's watching it on her big flat screen at her
Hey,
party.
what?
Hey,
We're in
that's
HD?
cool, dude.
What?
Turn up the volume, man.
May.
Let's turn your party up. Your party must suck if you're playing our show. All right. Jennifer,
No,
update
bring
from
the party
Jennifer
over here.
from the Pawn Shop of
People
Ventura.
probably committing suicide.
All right, Jennifer says, hey, sorry, passed out, ate a brownie after dinner, and put me out. Just woke up. Jennifer, tune in, come in, or call in,
Jennifer,
whatever you want.
it's all good.
Actually, if you ate a brownie,
I just need a good deal on a good sound card.
Jennifer,
right now for
I got
some
a
kids.
room.
Hey, just want to... Go ahead, yeah, you got
I have a room question.
Okay.
Ass or titties?
A room question.
Ass or
For
titties?
everybody in the room.
Everybody in the room.
from
Ass or titties?
Okay, ass for me.
Mind.
Yeah.
C.
Mind?
That wasn't an option.
Listen to this guy.
Oh, mind. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, ass. Okay.
Yeah. We're
I'm
all
a titty
ass?
guy.
Ass guy.
Yeah,
I'm a titty guy
fuck
because I'm a titty guy because I wasn't breastfed.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go, mommy
Got it.
issues.
I was. So I'm
no
an
mama
ass guy.
issues,
Yeah.
yeah.
My mom just followed Ventura Tide Pod.
No, I was adopted, so,
this morning.
Oh, tough.
That's cool.
No, I never told her about this.
Wow.
Yeah, I blocked her.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I
Your
blocked
mom?
her. Oh, my mom watching
Your
this
mom?
shit.
Yeah, I'm not friends with my mom on Facebook.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she watches Spinz Facebook, but she tells me, I don't like the smoking.
Exactly.
I'm like,
exactly. Yeah.
stop. Don't tell. Like, even my mom is like, I don't like the
I don't even
smoking.
care about that. I just don't want her watching.
And she's like, you know, like, I know.
Go watch your show.
You know, you gotta
I go watch
smoke on
your
it.
show.
You know, like, sorry, mom. Sorry. You know, like, even I have to deal with mom watching my shit, and like, that's why I won't add her on Facebook. And like,
I'm going to tell my mom that to
friend
watch the
requests from
Spin
her on
show.
Facebook, like my personal Facebook. I'm like, I don't even post anything on my personal Facebook, first of all. But like,
Yeah.
you know, like, my mom's not even on Instagram to be like worrying about that.
Remember when we
So.
would post the most random shit online? Like, when you think about, like, the MySpace days, you'd go to a party,
Oh, yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
the day before, like, the day after, you're waiting for that album to be uploaded with, like, pictures of everybody just hammered.
Oh yeah.
What
Oh,
the
yeah.
fuck is
Oh, my
MySpace?
God. Oh my god.
The youngsters don't know. what
You
MySpace-
youngsters don't know about MySpace.
I think MySpace was probably the peak of social media. We've been downhill since.
Yeah, we have.
You had full control of your
Zuckerberg
page. No
sucked it
algorithms. No nothing, man.
Hey, you knew how I
know?
felt about you based on my
Yeah.
top 8. Right? Like, if I fuck with
Yeah,
you, you're
yeah.
in my top 8.
That's true.
And if I
Top
don't,
8. I forgot about
like,
that, man.
You're not in my top 8.
I'm always in the bottom 50.
Why is my logo being blacked out on your show?
Because it's green.
Yeah. It's
Really?
They didn't pay for the
yeah.
sponsorship.
It's racist.
It's racist.
Yeah.
It's racist. I have
Yeah.
the lizard. Shout out to Allie, my spin teacher. Her and I made pins together. And this is my...
Oh, okay. You
is
want to
my
hold
best
up the
friend.
camera?
Yeah, if you want to dope
Okay,
see the
can you
teacher,
hold-
go see the
Say
movement.
15 minutes
Check out
or
the
less
movement.
with
The
car
movement in
insurance.
Ventura. She's
Shout-
a dope spin class
Shout out
teacher.
your, what your hat says since the people can't see it. Or hold it up to this camera. Yeah.
I also had a question
Alright.
for
Okay, we got
Greg.
questions.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
for Greg.
how is the Milk Room's logo like made?
Ooh, so what inspired that was the milk carton, right? So when we think about, like, there was a moment in our life where we all drank the same milk. Elementary
Amen.
school.
Yeah.
Amen.
You know, you got
95 cents.
Right.
Yeah.
So it wasn't no, like, almond milk, oil milk, soy. Like, you didn't get that option, right?
The what milk?
Right.
Yeah.
So
That's an option now?
Shout out Trumu.
it's not. It's not.
Wow.
It's like that's all you get, right?
kids
One
drink
milk or
soy
the
milk.
other. But as adults, right? As adults, we make that conscious effort of like, I don't drink milk anymore, right? So we pay homage to that era in our life where like we all drank the same milk. So like regardless of like your level in life, like you're gonna get the same level of respect.
Definitely. Nice.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. And did you drink 2% milk or low fat milk when you were
Whole milk, bro.
Whole milk?
Whole
You're a
milk.
whole
Whole
milk
milk.
The one with the red. The one with the red.
Red.
dot.
Yeah, whole
the
milk.
red.
The red
I
one.
want 2%
Alright,
red
shit.
one.
Another question. How did you hear of the Ventura Tide Pod?
Come on, man. Like if
Oh
you're
my
in
gosh.
Ventura and you don't know about the podcast, right?
You run the soundboard, my brother.
That was a good one though. He said, "Oh my gosh."
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
On cue.
Yeah.
No, but this is a podcast. Like, I first found out about you guys a few weeks ago. I started seeing it coming up on my feed under my Explore section.
Interesting.
And then I'm over here like, wait, these guys are friends of mine. Like, I know these guys. like, how am I not on this podcast yet? And then I'm looking at like the people that you guys have had on as guests, and I'm over here like, wait, I fuck with all these people that have pulled
Yeah.
up to the. So I'm like, no, I gotta pull up. And
Yeah, it's the same with us. We're like,
And
oh,
where
yeah,
would you
shit.
rank? Where
Yeah.
would you rank the podcast that you've been on before to this one?
oh well, this is class act. This is
That's
the
awkward.
number one podcast in the world. Okay,
in
shit.
the world.
Look right
Shout
into
out,
the
sorry,
camera.
shout
Yeah.
out Jay Shetty.
No,
but
no,
on purpose,
not
on
tonight.
purpose with Jay Shetty is no longer the number
Not
one podcast
tonight.
in the world.
Not tonight.
Shout out Jay to Not Tonight. You know,
right.
well, you heard it here first on Ventura
Can,
Tide Pod.
Spins, can you get Jay Shetty on this podcast, you think?
I can ask, of course. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
do that.
All you can do is ask, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure he would be enthralled with this.
I asked
Like
Joe
this
Biden.
would be.
Yeah, he
Joe
never. He
Biden,
ghosted me. Yeah.
Oh, he ghosted you? Oh, that's
yeah.
too bad. He's not Jay Shetty though, so Jay Shetty has a lot more pull than Joe Biden. Trust me. Yeah, so don't worry about it.
All right, so
Yeah, I'm glad we found each other. I mean, you know, it was a matter of time, I
Right.
think, because we're both, you know, you, me, Spins, we're all like the same kind of vibe. We're trying to just
think
help
we're the
people
same age,
out.
too.
Oh,
Almost
my
the same
gosh.
Yeah,
age,
we're
right?
the same age,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
Why?
You know this guy. You know
Yeah.
this guy randomly calls me on a Sunday. And is like, "Dude, what are you doing today?"
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah,
laughing,
fuck
right?
yeah.
I'm like, I feel so lonely today. Like I'm alone. Like I feel lonely. And he's like, "Dude, I'm gonna pick you up in a half an hour." And him and his kids pick me up, and
It was
his
more
wife.
like 6 minutes.
Yeah, more like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and take me to a Grateful Dead festival.
That's fun.
Where I met Bill Walton. Not only met Bill Walton, sitting there dancing with him. And what did I say when I walked in the place?
You said, I don't know.
I want to meet Bill Walton. I saw he was here yesterday. And he's a totally UCLA guy. And I'm like, as soon as I walked up to Bill Walton, he gave me a fight on because I had the USC Grateful Dead shirt on. And yeah, so it was great times. Anyways, yeah,
He's the best announcer, man. In
He's the best
basketball,
announcer.
man.
He
really is.
I love.
He doesn't
you.
take the game too seriously.
I love my
you know?
life.
Yeah.
So wait,
No, what
when
is
did
this
you guys
thing?
kick the podcast off? How long has you?
About almost exactly a year ago. Yeah.
back when
So-
the whole little pickle thing happened.
Yeah, yeah. We used to be audio only, and then Junior and I were like, let's just do a video show. Let's see what happens, you know. And then we're like, whoa, a lot of people watched it, and then we just like merged into now it's like only video.
Yeah,
You know. Yeah.
You know, I want to give a
We'll
shout
put
out to
some more
Junior's
around.
kid. I saw he got
Yeah,
himself
yeah.
a certificate recently.
Absolutely.
He got certified.
Yeah, yeah.
He got
we were-
certified.
We congratulated him
What
on the
up?
last show, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a
Certified
really
It's a big
step
thing
for that guy.
Big thing. Yep.
Well, I
Yeah,
brought a milk room
yeah.
tea for Junior and his boy, and I brought a milk room
Oh,
tea for you
shit.
and your boy.
Oh,
So-
thank you, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, dude. Oh, you want to do the gifting?
Well,
I
sorry.
already have
Hey,
the milk room tea.
Junior, you
Look
gotta
at
come
shout
by.
out Milk Room.
You gotta
Junior's
come by
gotta
Spin
pull-
Saturday. Though.
Hold
Yeah.
the bag up so you can see the bag. Because he
Okay,
makes
okay,
these
okay,
bags. He makes these bags at the milk room. So if you've ever gotten a milk room bag, Greg is milking the bags. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
so here's the
Okay,
why
okay,
behind
okay.
that is I
Yeah.
want to touch everything, right? So like I could easily have our logo printed on a bag, but if I screen print each one of our bags that ends up in someone's home, like
That means more to you.
yeah. So like I'd
Yeah.
rather put in the work, right? Like my shoulders
I have
hurt.
at least 4 bags.
There we go.
I'll come out. I think this
You
whole
should-
week
you
I've
should-
been
you
there
should
almost
bring 'em
every
back,
day.
Yeah, I should start giving them.
Seen you there all week.
Yeah.
So here, these are for you and your
Oh
son.
my god, thank you, bro. I really appreciate
I
it.
seen you
I'm gonna hold
twice
these
this
up.
week.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I got your boy a comic book too.
Oh, thank
Just
you,
so that he
Batman.
can-
Oh, he
Yep.
like he like.
While we're
Batman.
unboxing
the
this,
rats.
And then this is for Junior when he does pull
Hey,
up.
shout out Junior.
Make
Yep.
Junior show up
Junior,
to
the
Spin Saturday,
motherfucking
though.
joint roller.
I'm gonna rock
We
this
got
milk
you a
room shirt
joint
for sure.
and a
Ah,
shirt.
yeah.
Motherfucker.
Here's another question for Greg from me. I
I
see
like
you
this one
take
too.
classes.
I like this one too.
What's that?
I see you take classes and attend seminars. What is like the main purpose of those?
To continue to level myself up, right? So I created this challenge for myself where like I need to learn something every day for an hour. So like as I age, I stop learning stuff because I assume that I know everything. But the reality is like, nah, bro, you're just like scratching the surface, right? So I got into this habit of like an hour a day, like let me just learn something, whether it's through a podcast, through a seminar. There's so much free content out there for us to get put on globally that like I'm just gonna choose to leverage that, right?
Nice.
Do you think that that hour you spend a day is like essential to you, like breakfast in the morning, lunch in the, you know what I mean? Like
It's getting there. So what led to that was I was talking to Rob and I was having a conversation with somebody and I forgot what I was about to say. Like I interrupted to say something, and then I forgot what it was. And he was like, "You're not reading enough.
Yeah,
go read a book."
Interesting.
And so I was like, "All right."
And that was Rob said that.
Yeah. So like he put me on game. So I was like, you know what? You're right, bro. I need to be learning stuff continuously. Like, so but he associated like me.
And then
not
you got
going,
the 4 Agreements.
Right.
How do you like that book?
It's a trip.
It's a trip, right?
Good.
Yeah. Cool.
But it goes on this whole journey of like I have the desire to be a better person, right? So like, what does that look like to me? It's like I want to walk in truth,
right?
So I want to know facts, right? So like, it's like, yeah, I just want to know stuff.
Yeah. And are you constantly seeking truth? Is that like? Do you watch Ancient Aliens and do you watch?
You said what?
You know,
right?
Ancient
I'm watching
Aliens?
Cops, bro.
Well, that's the truth,
job,
right? You
No,
can't hide
lately
that.
they got the new one. This chimpanzee. Like they follow a bunch of chimpanzees for like years.
Oh
Cops.
yeah, sure.
Cops?
No, I love these. I love documentaries on chimpanzees. You know, there's chimpanzees in the Amazon that live right next to each other, right? Ones are carnivores, right? The others are herbivores, right?
So it's
Why?
this pack that they're meat that they video.
Yes, I know who you're talking. I know those
They're beefing.
Right.
Yeah, we're cool. Yeah,
All right, so here's another question since I'm not old enough to know this.
Nah.
Where were you guys
Spark that
during,
thing.
Where were you guys during 9/11?
Okay.
That's a good one.
I was on my way to work at Countrywide Home Loans that morning.
You guys are old.
I know. I was on my way to work.
I'd be in middle school.
They told me that the
I got
Twin
a good
Towers got
9/11
hit,
story.
and I thought it was Oxnard.
Where were you?
I was here. I was in Ojai. I lived in Ojai on Creek Road at the time, and a friend of mine called me and said the Twin Towers just got hit, and I was like,
You're like,
on
okay.
my phone though, like not cell phone, but like my phone, and I was like,
Big ass brick. the size of
again?
a tall
No,
can?
I said again because I thought the Twin Towers in Oxnard, you know, like that's the only Twin Towers I knew.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't know even the Twin Towers. At that time, I didn't know the Twin Towers in New York existed.
Just a little bubble.
No. Yeah. I didn't know nothing. Like,
Bro, that's how.
I'm
you're so 805.
So 805.
Hit
So
Oxnard?
805.
Like,
so
no
805
way.
Oxnard.
You're real
that I'm
fucking
like,
Hey, we about to
damn,
blow
the
up.
Twin Towers, because a Cessna had hit the Twin Towers before, and I was like, the Twin Towers again? I was like, again? And then that was it. Like, and they were like, no, the ones on the, and then I was watching. I turned on the TV, and I thought it was a replay. I saw the second plane hit, and I thought it was a replay. I didn't, like I saw it live, though,
Right.
hit, and I was like,
Yeah.
They
Like,
tell
holy shit.
stories. They tell stories when Christopher Columbus or
You're hired.
whoever Amerigo came to America. When they always said, why didn't the Native Americans run, right, from these people? Well, first of all, they wrote down for 3 weeks that they had seen a ripple in the ocean. The Native Americans that saw the people come from foreign lands. They saw the ocean go, but their brains couldn't imagine ships.
Wow.
Right? So for 3 weeks, there's documentation of the Tallahassee, Florida, these areas, right? That the Native Americans wrote that they saw the ocean going crazy. They didn't see the ships. By the time the men with shields, like silver, you know what I mean, like coming on the ocean or on the beach were there,
Conquistadores.
the conquistadors came, they were like, whoa, these are gods.
History
Right.
lessons with Spin.
It's not a thing to fight or run
Stone
or
history.
you know what I mean, like this.
It's all
so it was
cap.
the same thing with 9/11
never
when I saw
happened.
that plane hit. When I saw that plane hit, my brain didn't fathom it. Right, like I didn't see it yet, and
And like video wasn't like
no, not
like
only
seeing
that.
video. We didn't have like phones back
No.
then.
This completely makes sense.
Like phones with
The
like
problem
videos
was
on
the
them.
problem
Yeah, so-
was is
That's crazy. The
I
amount
had-
of videos
Yeah.
I've had
from ground level.
over 100 families that I know now that their families have died in that, right? From like half of them are Muslim because I lived in New York, right? So half of them were Muslim that dropped their kids off, at a kindergarten at the Twin Towers and that was it, right? So that's the bad part about it. Fuck Bush, man. Whatever. Yeah.
Damn, thanks, man.
Yeah.
I just want to read some chats. Where's Junior? Junior's working.
Junior's a joint roller. He's rolling joints.
He's not working.
Yeah.
He's at home smoking weed. His girlfriend probably wouldn't let him.
He's jerking.
Right? Sandy Asal says.
Shout out Sandy
laughing
Cheeks.
emoji. Sandy Cheeks says, haha, mom blocked. Yes. Fire is Randall getting naked. No, I was just putting my milk room shirt on.
Hey, stand up and
That's
show
all I
that
was doing.
milk room shirt.
I already did.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's badass. I love that. Look at
That
that.
shit's beyond fire.
And then
Muy guapo.
Sean says, you better have my shirt. So,
Yep.
You better have my shirt.
So,
Yeah, come by. I'll be there Wednesday. Pull up.
What?
Pull up, Sean.
What?
4 packs
All you got to
for
do is
10
pull up.
bucks.
Yeah.
So next
What
time
is
I
it?
re-up, I'll come through the Hanes. I can get 4 packs for $10, like a 4-pack of shirts.
Oh, let's talk.
Hanes,
Let's talk.
Hanes,
Yeah.
Hanes is one of the best stocks. I don't give stock advice much on the podcast, but I just give this stock advice. Hanes is an 8% dividend, and it's at $4.80 a share right now. So if you have $5 on your Cash App, buy a share of Hanes
I don't.
One share.
and see how it grows in the next 10 years. You know? And
Speaking of
There you
growing,
go.
I want to make an offer to all your listeners.
Ooh.
I have
What?
cash
What?
right
where's
now.
Where's the effect on that?
We need
Go,
an
go,
effect for
show,
this.
show me
Okay,
effect.
okay.
Show me
Anyone.
effect.
Said what?
You said what?
I said what?
All right.
Too many people are smoking.
That's what it is. So if you pull up to the milk room and you show us that you've added one of Spin's songs to any one of your playlists,
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna bless you with a free milk room shirt, or you grab any shirt off the $10 rack.
You have Spotify. Let's play Spin.
You
You know what I'm saying? Because I know that Spin's
We're
got a
gonna take
project
a
coming
small
up.
spot.
Another night in the
yeah.
805. That's got to be my classic.
All right.
there.
Here we go.
Hey, it's funny you should mention that because that song happens to be on our Ventura
I
Tide
know, I saw.
Pod
I
playlist.
see.
Yeah.
I have. I have Spotify for artists, so I see that you're supporting.
right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
So
Also-
Ventura Tide Pod has a playlist. Yeah, sorry to interrupt.
No, no
ODK,
worries. It's
but
your show.
yeah,
Shout out.
but yeah, we have a playlist of like all the artists that have been on the show, and then we put one of their songs on our playlist, and we have a video coming out with all of it. But just check it out. It's called the music of the Ventura Tide Pod. So just check it out. It's on Spotify, and then this is one song off of it. It's called Another Night in the 805 with our friend
Shout
Spinz
out
here.
Corrupt.
And let's spark this joint
Let's do
while
it.
we're playing it.
Let's do
and
it.
Then,
I mean,
That
yeah.
shit's been dead for 20 minutes.
No, this is alive and well.
is that a spliff or a
what
joint?
the fuck?
Probably a split.
Oh, is that a he knows how to roll these things, dude. They burn like fire logs, man. Yeah.
What the
This is Gringo.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's also recognize you can sell stuff to the milk room if you don't want to partake in buying, which you should. I do recommend. I have too many clothes from the milk room, to be honest.
Oh, is this
Kind of like a hobby
special
now.
offer?
No, I'm just saying, like, I've sold shoes there. I've sold a great many of products.
Yeah, we buy all the time too. So if you're low on cash, pull up. I'll
Just
cash you
another
out.
night in the
Not like
805.
GameStop, though.
All right, let's
Wait,
spark this joint, Spinz.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is Spins. Shout out Corrupt Young Gotti. Damn Rick. She used to play 300 times on the radio a week.
You gonna pass that thing? Or you just gonna hog it all?
This you coughed last time you smoked this.
I wasn't prepared for this. Dude, get over here, bro.
The 90s, 80s vibes
I'm
right
gonna
there.
pull up a playlist right now.
ODK, dude, I forgot to let you speak, my friend.
I don't smoke
As we
weed.
cruise with Sko and Young Gotti.
I don't even know what else to
T.H.O. we
say.
gon' bomb. I'm through the 805.
No problems, just a real good time.
Out in Ventura. What?
We should put on a beat after this, like a freestyle. Oh, there you go.
Wait for the
Right.
Yeah, you see?
I can't handle
me, man.
You fucking European.
Slovenian.
All right. Why don't you roll it?
Yeah, I can, of course.
Yeah.
Just the marijuana.
Easy outdoor grown. Easy outdoor grown.
We'll just
ODK's not smoking this for a while.
I might. No, my parole doesn't care. I just been
out
so
of hood
good.
and just right.
Do a dry roll.
Shout out Gil Gotti. Gil Gotti.
Damn, look, it already came up.
Left Ventura's Marriott at midnight. LA fitted, pressed jeans, kicks and tees, white tech hit me on the celly, telling me there's a party popping off at Nickleby's. Kaz D and me have been queuing all day. Corrupt brought some freaks that he had met around the way. Same shit every day in the 805 places to get your mind straight. We penetrate the school like a shot to your brain. Only way is from my way to the top of the game. Travel the globe making breaks over beats to throw a dub to. Breathe a new life to hip hop. They said it was through, nah. They said it was through, nah. We keeping it alive in the club or in the sand. From Philly to Cali to Switzerland. Counting on kunas, francs, euros and rhymes. It's just another night in the 805. Let's ride. Okay.
You mind if I remix it real quick?
Oh, you can remix it all day, bro.
Okay, just another day smoking on some gray paint. Don't give a fuck about that shit, cause it's name. Pulling up on the bitch, never gon' switch. Like the Glock on my shit, and I keep it on my hip with the hollow tip. Never freaking on shit. Don't give a fuck about the shit, cause I gon' stay lit. And it's the same night, the same price, the same shot. And I don't give a fuck, cause it's be all nice. And I'm just a little faded. Don't give a fuck, celebrated. Don't give a fuck if I'm hated, because I just be posted A. Beginning every day for taxes. Don't give a fuck, tax evasion, all this shit. Go ahead and go and spit with spin with Greg Metro. Go ahead with Randall and shit. Like, I'm too faded for this shit. I keep saying running around circles around this bitch, but it's okay. Don't really matter. Y'all confusing me, got me confused.
My bad, dude. I ruined your flow. Sorry.
It's alright. I'm drunk anyway.
Are we freestyling now? Are we freestyling now? You want a freestyle session or what?
There you go. That bitch slap okay.
Hey, Greg, have you ever freestyled? No?
Try it.
I wish I had. My brain doesn't work like that.
I'm ADHD, so it's just like. He said, put the camera in my
Is that
face.
something you would like to work on this year?
Give a fuck about the trace. I beat the case, and it's been like 8 years I was supposed to do. I came out with 2. I was beating black and blue up in the cell. It was hell. Don't give a fuck. Have to prevail. Don't give a fuck about the shit. I ain't slow like a snail. I be going too fast for that shit. Don't need a mask for my ship and doing everything different. Don't need no partnerships. Doing my shit alone. Doing that shit like clones. Don't give a fuck about the shit, cause that bitch I gon' bone. It's the same shit, separated. Don't give a fuck about the shit, cause I'm hella hated. It's been a while in these streets, and I'm spinning an acapella, and I don't meet the feet. Don't give a fuck about these 2 feet I be standing on. Talk of Babylon. Morse code in this bitch, and you can't handle on. Handle it, Autobahn, just like my skateboard. Talking all this shit, bitch, but you a dang whore. And this bitch is trying to break my heart, but I don't give a fuck, cause I'm like bone apart, and I be go ahead, cultivated. Don't give a fuck about this shit, cause I keep going in circles, but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's like 20 times better
Good
than
job,
I would do, my brother.
Where's the applause?
Yeah.
Give him the applause.
Oh. Push
Give
C.
him the applause.
I'm training you for this job, bro. Push C.
You're holding it, though.
Push C.
Yeah.
All you want.
Press it.
This is Junior's son, everybody. I wanted to congratulate him.
Yeah.
He's doing great things.
Man.
I just figured I'd play his song because he's on the playlist
Get
too.
your degree.
And we still got to roll that
Get your degree.
joint.
Show them suits what's up.
Nights, I know we fight. Late nights, I know we fight. But when we fight, we make it fun.
Junior's going to be a grandfather soon, I'm pretty sure.
What?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
This song,
It's not official, but I'm just saying. You know. Yeah.
with this song, you better be
This
getting.
kid's going to get laid. Yeah.
So lit, so lit. This is the time that I won't forget.
Oh, we got to do that joint roll
Time
cam.
of my life, yeah,
Yeah.
it was the shit.
Late nights, I think about you. Yeah, late nights, I think about you.
There you go.
Yeah, every night.
All right, so
I think
Spinz has
about
rolled
you.
750
Yeah,
joints in
late
one day, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
So watch how he does it.
Every day.
Watch how he does
Smoking
it.
more joints than Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
Well, I just made this guy a little.
And I just want to say, this is the homegrown shit. Okay, this is grown in my backyard.
That's right.
This is grown under the moon and
grown
the
by the
stars
sun.
and the wind and the
That's
bugs and the natural
right.
dirt
All the
and
bugs.
the compost.
All the bugs.
And even my little kids piss. All right,
Exactly.
they'll be
The
pissing
best.
in this shit.
Maybe my
What do you call it?
Yeah. That's what I call it, kid
piss.
piss.
There you go.
Yeah, I feel like that'll get us kicked off of YouTube for some reason. But hey, it's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
It's okay.
We didn't mean it like that.
I like how he said he's rolling something small, but he has a king size.
Yeah.
He has the
It's just a
ultra.
little baby Spinz joint.
That shit's
This is
3
a
inch.
baby.
That shit's like.
Baby.
Yeah,
That's
Real
at
Ass
least-
Reeman is the music you're listening to, ladies and gentlemen. Real Ass Reeman.
Done this with Be Real
Yeah.
for real.
For real, for real.
While Spinz is rolling, I just want to take a little time to say thank you to a couple people. I want to say thank you to Ron from the Burn Shop. If you guys go to the Ventura College swap meet, you're going to see him there with his incense. Just follow the smell.
Yeah, he has a good incense.
Yeah, you know Ron, right? Yeah, he gave us like a bunch of incense.
You know, I got my dashiki from Ron that I wore on my wedding day.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
That's God's truth, right?
Anyways, he's like on our vibe. He's like a positive guy for the community. Definitely. He gave us a laptop to stream this show, so that's what kind of guy he is. He gave it to us out of the goodness of his heart, and he's got some incense that'll drop the panties. That's all I'm going to say.
Definitely.
I want to say hello to our friend Rugs by Dubs.
That's how I do it.
Rugs by Dubs, ladies and gentlemen. If you need a rug, you know, like a fancy rug.
See how strong that was? That's a baseball bat right
like
there.
A fucking dart.
Yeah, Jesus. Dude, that kind of hurt. That's how strong. So
shout out to Ron.
This is a Spinz joint. Yeah.
That'll take me 2 seconds.
I actually went out there to get my Mother's Day gift, because when you get sage...
Oh, yeah. I said that. Get your Mother's Day gift.
When you get sage, you're not supposed to buy it for yourself. It's supposed to be given as a gift.
Exactly.
And he did give us some sage, which we blessed this studio with, thanks to him. And then also...
you're supposed to blow DMT in other people's noses.
Really?
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to take DMT.
You know, Jen from the pawn shop, cards? She ate a brownie. She couldn't make it, but I just want to say, go to it's cheaper to reuse than recycle.
We're just Sigma
so it is definitely better to reuse than recycle.
And she's very
It takes
cool
energy
too.
to recycle, right?
Junior's car broke down. She gave him an electric bike.
What?
Junior's bushes were overgrown. She gave him one of those fucking gasoline chainsaws or whatever.
What?
So I just want to say that's the kind of that's the kind of vibe we need in the city. You know, people like Greg, people like Jen from the pawn shop, people like Ron from the burn shop.
Not people.
Shout out Jen. Where's she at?
You know, yeah.
Where's Jen?
She ate a brownie. And,
I know Jen. Shout out Jen. I love seeing Jen in the pawn shop.
She's higher than
I bought a few mixers off Jen before, and I was like really looking forward to meeting her here.
Yeah,
because she's like such a cool person.
Be a cool panel,
right?
You know what?
I thought so too. Like Jen, you got to come through because
sorry, OD,
you don't remember. You may or may not remember me, Jen, but you know I probably talk too much when I'm there. Yeah, I know. Because I always joke about like broke musicians. I'm like, dude, why do they bring their shit in here? I'm just gonna buy it all, right? And that's how we met, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I sold Spinz some old music equipment.
I buy equipment all the fucking time.
I've sold it to him on Facebook Marketplace.
I love loading my shit up with equipment and records and everything. Like I have a deep love for collecting things. Like I've got my best friend. Shout out Sonny Nathan. My best friend since kindergarten, Sonny Nathan. His grandmother's organ.
We're sparking up, ladies and gentlemen.
30s. From the 1930s.
I don't know what this button does.
That you plug in. It's in my creative studio area, right? And like I love collecting stuff like that.
So if you got stuff to sell, just DM Spinz because he'll take care of it.
I love buying stuff from people.
And if it's closed, hit up the milk room.
Right. The other day, Spinz pulls up to the milk room and he's just like, I just bought 100 records. Jesus. I'm like, what are you gonna do with 100 records?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out right now because
he's gonna melt them into ashtrays.
No, I did. I melted them into catch-all.
Catch-all bowls.
Okay.
Might even pass it.
Yeah, pass it on.
No, those actually aren't they're dance records. I was like, fuck, dude, these are so cool. Like dance records.
100 records though.
Honestly, the Goodwill.
He lightened someone's load a lot, right?
Somebody was like, holy shit, Abigail.
Right.
Abigail is selling this crazy dude downtown.
I can't believe it.
We should bring our records downtown more.
I sold my dad's like old Apple IIc on Facebook Marketplace. He was blown away, dude. He's like, somebody wanted this piece of shit. It's been in my garage for 7 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was like, it's like collector's items.
The thrift store.
Guys like me want that kind of shit.
All right,
I have
go
space,
ahead.
you know. I want to put shit in there.
It's okay. I'm the youngest, so I don't get credibility.
No, right. Yeah,
but the thrift store right by the milk room has like $2 fucking records.
Everything.
This shit's fucking crazy.
I know.
They
But
have
you
a
got to dig
pair
hard.
of off-white Nikes. I'm gonna go in and tell them they're fake. Try to get them for $80.
Right. What are you trying to sell them for?
They're off-white Nikes for like $300 in a thrift store, and I'm like, what the actual fuck? Because they have a lot of nice clothes there, and it's like The price they're selling it for is kind of crazy for it. Like when you think of a thrift store, you think of maybe $5 maximum for a shirt. I'll see shit there for like $50.
Well, the business model of a thrift store is so beautiful because they don't pay for their inventory.
Yeah.
That's a good. Yeah.
Like when I make my clothes, I literally use the clothes I used to wear. Like it's not like I go out and buy it. It's literally like my Champion sweater when I make my own clothes, my merch, which I'm waiting to get tatted on my hand. I'm gonna get my merch logo, but. Ooh. Oh yeah, there's another question. So since I'm trying to start my own company, and let's say I wanted to sell a share to you guys, like let's say we start doing business because I'm doing my clothes, what's a good profitable margin for both of us? Because I do have my clothes, I just don't have that outlet.
Well, you want to think about like what it's going to cost you to make the clothes, right? And then you have to think about what you're going to sell it for. And if you're going to go through a retailer, like the retailer has to eat too, right? So you're going to have a pricing. So you're going to be like, hey, Greg, I can sell these to you for X, so you can sell them for Y.
There's a thing, though. Okay, so what I was thinking is either giving you guys like 5%, like either you personally.
How about you just come sell your clothes in the front of the milk room, and then you keep whatever you make, bro.
On Spin Saturday.
That's the problem, though, is because you guys do pay for your lot. Like,
nah,
it's not...
bro. You're my friend. So, like, let me be a friend to you. Is that cool?
Yeah, of course.
All right, cool. So, pull up, bring a rack.
Let's build.
Post up out front, sell your clothes, run yourself a bag, and that'll be phase 1. Is that fair?
Well, personally, on my end, I like breaking off because I've always been selling.
Break us off afterwards. Go buy us dinner if you run a bag.
For sure.
Because we all got to eat.
Me growing up in the streets is like whenever I'm selling, it's
I make
like
great
whatever.
sandwiches.
Right. No, feed us. Feed us physically. Like, feed us. Bring pizzas to the podcast with money you make selling clothes in front of the milk room, bro.
Right.
Like, that's us being community. So, there's the offer. Take it or don't. But, like,
of course I will.
Up. Yeah, come run your bag up.
Only an idiot would say no to that.
Nah, come run your bag
or pay
up,
it
bro.
forward, right?
Right.
Like,
not
the
Ventura
shirts that I
forward.
sell outside of milk room go to the city center.
My dad said that shit was sick as fuck. The shirt you gave me.
Yeah,
my dad was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
nice.
because my dad he used to be something called before SOB used to be a thing in Northern California. He said SOB backwards was 805.
Right.
So he had his own crew back in Camarillo and shit.
Badass.
So he was telling me, he's like, once he's seen that shirt, he's like, it threw him back to like sometimes.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to your dad.
Shout out Spinz.
And your dad.
And your pops. Yeah.
He's old.
Well, he knows what's up. He liked the Spinz.
We're old too, trust me. I'm fucking old as fuck, dude. I'm old as fuck.
Wait, what year were you born in?
I was born in 02.
Okay.
02, wow.
I'm trying to be... Wow. I feel in a weird situation because it's like I'm trying to make art. I'm trying to be able to do my entrepreneurship while working a job, while dealing with, exes or dealing with like having a kid possibly, and it's like, what the fuck?
Whoa, back up.
Because I didn't even think about it.
A kid possibly.
Is there not a sound for that on that thing? Like,
is that a pause? What is that right there? Uh-oh.
Because, like, personally, I didn't think I would make it past, like, 16. So everything I do is completely, like, dream state. Like, going to work, it's like, okay, work's not real. Or going to this and this and that, and it's like, fuck, I need a therapist.
So, everybody needs a therapist.
Go back to the kid thing. You're going to have a kid?
No, okay, so let's just stick to something else. So, like, making clothes for me is, like, a complete, like, good thing. Because I'll be up early. Like, anytime I wake up early in the morning, I'll start drawing. And I'll start drawing till the sun comes up. And then once the sun comes up, it's like, okay, that's a good chapter. Go to work, come back, I make my art. Have art up here, have art in your room. And it's, like, a complete good state of meditation and therapy for me. Because I try my best not to be put on medication. I try my best not to do everything. But it's like, fuck. Some days I'll be down. Like, I don't even want to go, like, on the podcast. I don't want to watch anything. I just want to be at home. And it's like, I need to do more for myself as a person because I need to be able to respect myself and appreciate the people around me. So it's good for me to be able to take shit to the milk room. It's good for me to be on here because I don't only support myself, I'm supporting other people. It's
that's
like
what I'm talking about.
Damn, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so it's like when you told me to make more art, that's what doing this shit. So
Don't call it shit. Don't call it shit.
Well, you give people hope, though. That's what I mean. Like, people that don't have that outlet, they need, like, some kind of place.
Because I've been homeless. I've been doing all that shit. And it's like, fuck, once you hit bottom, it's like there's no place but up. So that's when I start making all this extra shit. I do my music. I try and freestyle. I'm faded right now, so that's not going to happen. But I just
Play a
gonna
beat.
start.
I'm fading.
It already happened.
Yeah, play a beat.
Yeah.
No, well, I'm a fan of your art, bro. Like, we hang his art proudly at the Milk Room, and like when he pulled up and he gifted us a piece of art, like it just meant the world to me because like here he is taking like the energy to create a piece that like he wants to gift to us, right? And then we're gonna display proudly at the Milk Room, you know. So like whatever the hell you want to do, bro, like. As your friends, like, let's just run it. Like, this is our moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a whole community behind you with whatever you want to do and with everything you want to do. And when you say, like, I want to be an entrepreneur, you know what? You are, bro. Because how did you and I meet?
Just coming in and giving a business proposal. Just coming
Relax.
in with some random
I bought some stuff from you at the Fleet, no?
Well, I ran into you at the Fleet, but it was a complete just random moment where I was like, okay, I recognize this person, I see what they're doing, and it's just I'm trying to do something as well. So it's good to collaborate. Like if you ever feel like you can't collaborate, there's gonna be a hella people out there that will support you. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
So I wrote into him at the Flea. I buy a couple things from him, and I invite him to pull up to the Milk Room. And like to me, like. Where a lot of people lack is like showing up. Showing up is like gets so much accomplished, right? So I invite a lot of people like, yo, pull up. Like come share with me what you were working on and to see how we can get you there. And he actually showed up.
Right.
So like to me that means the world, right? Where I'm like, he really wants to do something for himself. So shout out to you, bro. You're a good guy and you're good for the community and you're good for everybody around you. So whatever you do, good or bad, I got your back.
Yeah, and that's why I first found out about the Milk Room because I knew him. He was on the show, and then I saw that you guys were very supportive of what he was doing, and then I was like immediately like, okay, these are good guys over there.
Yeah,
you should have seen the second anniversary of Milk Room. This was like I am a hip hop preservationist.
What year was that?
This was last year.
Okay, so you're on year 3. Okay,
so I'm a hip hop preservationist in this area, right? And I had one of my OGs tell me, yeah, you know, they're young, new generation, trying to do something, you know, and I was like, okay, that's what's up, right? And he's like, well, it's not really there yet, you know? And I was like, okay. And so, and Rob, when I met Rob, and of course the brothers like Josh and Jake,
the twins,
shout out to twins,
icons. I'm gonna build statues.
These are my neighbors. Like that's how I know the Milk Room from the twins. So Josh and Jake, shout out Josh and Jake, my brothers. I love you forever. And one of them's my neighbor, right? And I see these two twins, and I'm like, who are these guys, right in front of my house? And I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? And they're like, hey, I'm your neighbor, right? They just moved behind me. And I was like, all right, well, if you need anything, let me know, right? And I see you guys. And they look like good kids. They're amazing kids. So I do the second anniversary, and I'm telling my OG, hey, as far as hip-hop goes in the 805, like you can say there's times when essential concerts or events or something happened and it was a push, right? And the second anniversary was that in this area, as far as the culture goes and music goes, that was that, because there was artists there and parents, right? So the artists and the parents. And some of the parents are a little bit older than me. Some of the parents were 15, 20 years older than me, right? But all of them, either when I got off the stage that was in the Milk Room, you know, I was greeted by the kids, the parents, the everything, right? The whole 30 years of my hip-hop experience, right? So, but it was an essential time in this area for the music, because that was a time when a lot of artists got together and celebrated their music and their art and created a bond from that, right? And everybody that was in that room, front to back, all the way out the door, right? Because it was full like this, like it was full. you couldn't move in there, right? And it was 2 days,
Cocaine
right?
and hookers, man.
2 days.
It was a 2-day birthday
2-day
party.
event.
Oh shit.
2-day event. And
Cocaine and hookers, my
kids that show up at my door,
Fuck
kids
yeah.
that show up at my door, like Kyle, super duper Kyle, shows up at my door.
Shout out.
Right, shout out
Greg
Kyle.
the goat.
All the
Dude,
kids
were you
that showed
there,
up at my
ODK?
door
Were you at this party?
were at that show.
Unfortunately, I was probably in jail.
Shout out Choco Flacco
I wasn't there.
and
I wasn't
everybody
invited.
Choco
involved.
Flacco go hard for
Right.
white
No,
boy.
you'll be at our
So-
next one though in July.
So
We're doing number
shout
3?
out all those
Got
kids,
to.
Yep.
all those
Hopefully
kids,
I perform
3-day
it.
birthday
Yeah,
party.
and they were part of that, right?
Blow it out.
But not only that, like
I'll bring the fireworks and alcohol.
like I said, like in 1991, we had a hip hop shop right here, 3 doors down from you, and that was Mad Lib, that was Loop Pack, that was people that created, like, we're in 30 years of hip hop now in our
Jake
805,
Pacheco,
right?
we
So
see you.
this was part of
What's up, Jake?
the history of this area, right? Because you really don't have a scene without a scene, right? You don't have solo artists and solo groups working within themselves to create something that is. When I was on the Baker Boys, they called us the Great 05, right? And I never heard that before because I always thought it was the Hate 05, right? Like we call it the Hate 05.
Yeah,
I never knew it was
Right?
anything.
So,
Yeah.
and when I went on the Baker Boys the first time, they were like, you're from the Great 05. And I'm like, when I heard that, I was like, wow, synergy. Holy shit. You are my idols, first of all. And then you just call it
Baker
where I'm
Boys
from,
in
the
the
Great
morning.
05, because every time that anybody from our area has gone to LA has shown improve. That's it. Because it takes us an hour to get there. We're in our heads the whole time thinking, freestyling, from Sway to wake up shows
I have to pee again.
to this stuff, right?
ODKs.
So
Gotta go
ODKs.
pee again.
Yeah.
Nobody shake his hand.
So the second anniversary of that was essential for the culture of our area, definitely, for this, yeah.
Well, we're invested in the 805, so like what we realize is that there's a lot of talent here that was siloed, right? So like everybody was in their rooms doing their thing, right? Because we had just gotten out of COVID. So our responsibility was to be like, wow, this person would vibe with that person. Let's put them on a bill together.
Right.
And so like our whole thing is like the 10-minute set, right? Like if you're a new artist, you don't need a 45-minute set. You're not there yet.
No.
You need a good 10 minutes to show me a good time, right?
Yeah.
So then the attitude was like the curation of that was so important, right? Like, oh, who do we invite to come be a part of this dope event? Or like, who do we put, like, this person will be good with that person, right? And just giving this local hip-hop community a place to like get to know each other. Because what ends up happening is like, to me, as a spectator of hip-hop, I look at crews and like that's how they get put on, right? Like Odd Future, like ASAP Rocky and his crew, like they all had an NWA, like they all had a crew, and each one of them brought their super talent to make them what they are, right? So our attitude was like, let's get this culture that's like ground level, it's street, right? And let's start putting pieces together for these people to like identify, like, who can I go on tour with? Who do I want to produce my next album? Or, I need spins on my next song, like to build those kind of relationships outside the internet.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of like a hub. I mean, exactly what you said. ODK's back.
I'm about to start charging day passes. No, Rob jokes around.
Running like Chuck E. Cheese.
Right, no, we
Chuck E. Cheese.
Get a bracelet.
Get the bracelet.
We've got a cast of regulars at Woodland Hills, and Rob jokes around that, like, I'm going to start selling day passes around here and sending invoices to your parents. But I don't mind it. We love that stuff. Like, we're all about just surrounding ourselves with dope people.
Hey, if just a quick question. If somebody wanted to do business with you, what is the best way to approach you and how to reach you and all that kind of stuff?
You know what? Pulling up
to the milk room.
Yeah, because my DMs, not that they're nuts, like, but like, I schedule phone time. Like, I'm not on my phone, so like, if you send me a text, if you call me, I pretty much only answer Spinz calls.
I do my morning calls with him.
Right.
I do my morning. Same with you. I'm like mornings are for me like phone calls. Like during the day, I'm too busy for shit.
But for me, it's pulling
I'm
up.
out of the circle.
Right?
Yeah.
Just pull up. Let's get to know each other, like, and see what we're about and if we align, and then. create opportunities, right? Like what just happened here where he's like, yo, I want to like come talk to you about my business. And I'm over here like, look, just come launch, start something out front. And if it works, it works.
Yeah, you going to bring some stuff tomorrow? It's been Saturdays.
Yeah, everybody should bring something.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
dude.
good
We'll be
job,
out there.
my
What
man.
time is it? What time are you going to be out there?
2 o'clock till, Yvonne's going to be there tomorrow.
Yeah, 2 to
Shout out
5.
Yvonne.
Yeah.
What up? I'm going to show you this later on, Yvonne. What up?
Tough.
Spin Saturdays. I hope you bring your son tomorrow, Yvonne. Little guy can have fun tomorrow. We'll do sidewalk chalk painting. And 2 o'clock till probably like 6, 7. Yvonne, whenever she wants to get home and she gets hungry,
Liz Campos is going to roll by.
Shout out Liz. What up?
Such a legend.
What up?
Yeah.
I haven't
We'll
met
be out
Liz
there.
yet,
Seed giveaway. I'm gonna have
But
8 seats.
I'm gonna be bringing my MPD tomorrow, so kids will be able to slap on some beats tomorrow. So we're gonna do a little beat workshop tomorrow.
Are you gonna have
cool.
a power outlet?
Yeah.
Because I do have my Yamaha like electric jump kit.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
Bring it on.
Bring
Bring
that.
it on. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. I can't wait for this shit.
Yeah.
For I think I'll
Don't
bring
call
some
it shit.
clothes just to give out too, just because I've been sitting on these clothes for a while. So if you happen to be 2X to large, make sure to come through for some clothes.
We'll bring some Tide Pod shirts.
We're gonna donate. We need to donate clothes right now to the 14 to 24-year-old people. Right? What was that? The people that were by today.
Oh man, so this amazing organization walks into the store today and they're like, can I tape a flyer on your window? And I'm like, well, wait, what are you guys doing? And they're like, we work with homeless kids. And I'm like,
14 to 24.
So I'm like,
25.
Beyond
Damn.
taping something to my window, like, how do we help? Can I be a mentor? Do these kids need clothes? Like, what is it? So, like,
Bag up your clothes. We're gonna collect clothes.
so like, imagine that
tomorrow
like
also for that.
14-year-old homeless kid or that 15-year-old homeless kid. Like, first of all, that shouldn't even be like real, right?
Yeah,
to
we got to
think.
cover that.
So,
Well,
like,
California is
then they
working on
run around-
legislation of that right now.
now they're gonna be cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you're not gonna be
Right.
fitted. Like, no,
Right.
I got you.
No.
Should this also include school supplies and such other things as like
Of course,
mandatory
our
needs?
kids. No kid in Ventura goes without school
Nah,
supplies.
so the
Period.
organization is called
Already.
Interface. They do this street outreach program where they're physically outside.
I see them in the park.
community, right?
Like, I saw them in the park, Plaza Park. They're looking for people. Yeah, yeah.
So that's a new organization that's near and dear to the Milkroom heart, because when it comes down to like people that need help, when it comes down to kids, like as adults, we have to be there for them first and foremost because they're the ones that are going to take care of us at the end of it all.
Yeah, they're protected. They're in Ventura. They're protected.
Yep.
They can
Any
still
kid
turn
in
it
Ventura is
around.
protected.
The kids
Yeah,
are
they
the
can still-
future.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could still turn it around too. It's hard to get people unhomeless when they're like 55,
People are houseless.
You know?
There's a difference between homeless and houseless, right?
What's that?
Yeah, explain the difference.
The thing is homeless is not having a place to go to at night, and you're looking for a place to shelter yourself, right? Houseless means you're staying on somebody's couch, right? And you've chosen this path to
Be
get
outside.
there, right? Not be outside, because houseless people aren't without a roof over their head at night, right? They're crashing on somebody's couch or doing that, right? So homeless means you don't, like, I live in front of a park, so I see people that try to sleep in the park. The police come at 3 a.m, shine their flashlight on, tell them they can't stay there, but they can stay at one of these places where they are housed, right? So to say there's a homeless problem in Ventura is asinine, because there is no homeless problem in Ventura. We have already found the solution. It's called a $10 million fund that was given to the county that houses the homeless.
Like, you get vouchers here in Ventura,
Of
right?
course.
You can go stay at a hotel.
Of
if you don't
course.
have a place to
These
stay.
are resources. And so there's a thing between resources and being resourceful, right? We have unlimited resources in Ventura and Ventura County. But being resourceful is another thing. Like, are you gonna go and house yourself? Or are you gonna, like, we have these choices, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so to think that somebody is a way or another way because they are housed or not housed is asinine also. Because nobody's ever asking me for money.
Right.
Of all the homeless people I know, nobody has ever asked me for money. You know, the other day they asked me for a chess set. And I was like, yeah, I got a chess set. It's really nice, too. Like, I never used this chess set, ever. And a friend of mine brought it over, like, it was glass, and, like, I was like, and all day long they're playing chess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think there is
The
a
guy
problem,
looked
though,
at
is a
Spin.
drug problem.
Definitely.
So, like, I went over to Little Caesars the other night, and I saw a group of people across the street, and they just looked so faded. Like opiates.
Right.
You know,
I
just a group
I was
of them.
once a part of that problem.
So-
So heavily addicted.
So it's real out here,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like drugs are real, and it's a big problem. It's killing people. Like this whole fentanyl crisis, like back when we were coming up, like drugs were just built different. Now
Yeah.
they're built to kill.
Back then it was probably like crank. You know, some people would come across as like
Crystal.
Molly. Yeah, crystal started becoming the thing. First it was crank because it was like originally like a biker drug.
But like nobody was putting stuff in there to kill you.
What
Like,
is the fentanyl thing? Like, does fentanyl get you high?
What's,
Well,
What's the
thing,
purpose
no,
of
the
it?
thing with
Yeah.
fentanyl is it's 10 times more powerful than heroin, and it's a synthetic drug.
No, but they're putting that in coke. They're putting that
No,
in Molly.
that's the thing.
Like they're
It's-
adding.
Yeah,
like a lot of
yeah,
people
yeah.
are dying that they're like, oh, I thought I took Molly, but no, it was laced with
That's
fentanyl.
why. That's why I don't want to do drugs right now, because like I don't know.
No,
I can't trust it.
I
first
make it.
godson,
I
my
make
first
it. Let me
godson
know.
just passed away 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm
of a
sorry.
fentanyl overdose.
Sorry to
Right.
hear that.
My
And,
condolences.
and this is a little Scrappy from the Avenue, right? Like this is a problem. Is escaping reality, right? We're in a fucked up reality right now, right? And every day people are waking up to the same movie that they're going through in their heads, right? And escaping this reality isn't gonna help anything, right? And that's the problem. Is people need to find a way to find reality, not
Well, you know
escape
what?
it.
Some communities are actually giving drugs away. So there's like certain communities in like Philadelphia. There's like, I think it's called Kensington or something. There's like this really messed up part of town where there's nonprofit organizations that show up and hand out syringes and drugs.
Right.
And I'm over here like, wow, who's funding this stuff? Like, whose agenda is it to keep these people high?
Right.
And it's nuts. Like, you'll see people do YouTube videos of walkthroughs of this neighborhood, and people are like literally just slumped over, high as hell.
Yeah, that's the zombies right there.
You can find them on Saviors just fucking at the corner store. Like it's personally, it's sad to me because it's like people should appreciate themselves more than to be able to put fentanyl in their system or to be able to do meth, because it's like people have this potential where they could grow, and people don't see that. The people think they're stuck, and I feel like with the community now, it's like, especially with social media, because you get to look at everybody else's lives, and people want to compare themselves to other people, and it's like you could just be yourself. You don't have to look up to these supermodels. You don't have to look up to these creators. You could just do your own, and it's not, having a 9 to 5 is not that bad because you still have income coming in. You can apply to food stamps. You can do all these extra things, and it's like people just, I don't want to say people are ungrateful, but some people just don't see the bigger picture, and it's a loophole that, especially now with social media, is people just get stuck in this thought of like, oh, I could be better. But you can always be better, but in the source of knowledge, not in the source of I could look better, not in the source of I could be making more money. If you want to make more money, go ahead and invest in the stocks. Go ahead and invest and see what's coming up.
Haynes.
Maybe go
Haynes.
Maybe go to school.
This is not financial advice.
Yeah.
I have to say that. else we-
Maybe you could go to school. You could go learn a trade. Maybe you want to do painting.
Thank you, Spins.
Like, let's say you want to do painting,
I'm
or
just
you want to
saying,
start
where are
something,
your investments?
and you're really good at drawing. Like me myself, like I personally, luckily, I have not relapsed, and I don't plan to relapse. I mean, alcohol is something, but that's California sober.
California sober.
So me, like not doing drugs. My drug of choice was Xanax. So I'm over here being sober. I still attend meetings. I make sure to let people know who aren't sober, like, hey, there's people out there. Like, don't ever feel alone, because there's fucking almost 8 billion people on this planet, and it does not take that much effort just to go out and reach to somebody, because there are, like you said, there's things in the community. You need EBT, go get that free food stamps.
Right.
You need housing.
Use your resources.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Even if the housing, like my friend told me, the homeless shelters, maybe they close at 8.
Your ego is not your amigo.
Yeah, exactly. Don't ever let your ego overstep the person who you actually are, because at the end of the day, you can feel what you want to be, but you are something that may be lesser. Like don't ever see yourself as lesser,
Hey, man,
but you're
good
not.
job.
Yeah, you're not some
That's
crazy.
right.
You're not out there.
Yeah.
You're not Jay-Z. You're not. You're not anybody in the situation to be able to buy that $1 million house. You
But
gotta
no,
be grateful
you
for the
are.
things.
You are. Because quantum mechanics, quantum physics.
That was deep, bro. Thank you.
But quantum physics say you are that guy that can be Jay-Z, right? But it's in your mind. It's not in what the world is going to set out for you.
It's
right?
everything takes time, and if you're willing to put that effort in, you want to be able to take everything one step at a time.
Sure.
You know what? My favorite part of today is I had a homie pull up that I hadn't seen in like over half a year.
Right.
And he's like
good job.
Like a good milkroom customer. Like this kid would come, cash out, do the post, like just show us mad love, and then he just disappeared. So today this young man walks into the store and he looks at me and I look at him and he recognizes me, but I don't really recognize him out the gate. And then it hits me like, oh, what? Come here. And he came by to share with us that he was 6 months sober. And how old is he?
Yeah.
Like 19?
Yeah.
I just
young.
hit 5 months,
Young.
I think, yesterday.
You did?
Yeah,
Congratulations.
good
man.
job.
How did you get unstuck?
First, my homie was going to NA, and he's like, hey, I don't want to do this shit alone. So I started going, and that's when I met my other girlfriend, and then I just started going for... I had to think about, I'm not on parole for a time being, and just to be sober, because once I relapse, I'll go back to jail, I'll do prison time, whatever. I had to recognize that I'm doing this for myself, but it's not only for myself, it's for the people around me. Like my brothers, I didn't get to see them for 2 years. So that shit hit different when I finally got home. I have a job now, so I can actually buy them shit. And it's like, I shouldn't have to give them monetary shit, like, you know, Pokemon cards, whatever I buy them, but it's like, that's family. And even if you can't think about doing it for yourself, you're always going to have family there. You're always going to have other people. And it's just thinking about the bigger picture. Because once you start getting that small box, you think, oh, it's all about myself. That's when you start fucking up.
So there is hope.
There's always hope.
Love it.
How about your guy? Like, what was it like seeing him? And
like, I don't know what his drug of choice was, but what I loved was the fact that like his confidence was just there where it wasn't the last time I saw him, right? And like people come into the store and like you don't really get to know them, right? Like I don't know what he's out there doing, but like I shared with Spinz that there was this one moment where he walked into the store barefoot with no hoodie or shirt on, and his friends had set him up. They invited him out for the night, and he got all dressed up, and they took him to this park here in Ventura, and they took his shoes, his hoodie, his shirt, and his belt, and he pulled up to Milk Room confused. So I ended up giving this kid a ride home and told his mom, like,
friends.
right, like, don't let your son outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, he shouldn't be outside. Like,
yeah, jeez.
And then I hadn't seen him since, you know, this moment. So it felt good to see, like, a little homie that was at that crossroads, right? That you were at 5 months ago, where it was like, I'm going to choose sobriety because it's going to help me become a better human.
Once I tested dirty on parole, because I was doing coke, right? Because I got out, I was doing my own things, catching bodies, you know, fucking doing coke with strippers and shit. And I was just like, once I tested dirty, and it had been like a whole month before I did coke. And I tested dirty.
Wow.
Yeah, I tested dirty, and he's like, luckily this isn't on your term of parole. And I'm like, cocaine's illegal, I shouldn't be doing it anyway. And it made me think, like, nobody generally cares besides myself. And coke didn't do anything, it was just like drinking coffee. So I was sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, there's a lot of much better shit I should be doing. So that day I went and applied to a bunch of places. I went to interviews. People don't hire me. And I sat there thinking, like, okay, like, getting high is not the solution. Like, I could sit here on my ass. I may hate life or whatever the fuck I'm going through at that point. But eventually I'll get to a point where I could get my own place to stay. I could get my own clothes. And right now I'm happy because I make $120 a day, $600 a week. And it's like I could go and support the local place. Like the first place I go to is the Milk Room.
Love you.
Just a shop. Like it's fuck the thrift stores. I'll go to the thrift stores and look for shit for you guys, and I'll give you guys shit. Like when I gave you that System of a Down shirt.
It's like a
My
scout.
favorite band in the universe, System of a Down. This guy
Like
gifted me a Toxicity shirt.
Like when I seen that shit, I was like, this shit has
That's
Greg
awesome.
all over it. Like I went and brought it over to you, and you asked me how much you want for it. I was like,
Right.
I don't need anything. Like that's just you. And then you told me the backstory, and I was like, okay, this means more to you than I thought it did to me. So it's good to be able to go out to community, go to local fucking businesses, go to places that aren't commercialized, like the Milk Room, There's some thrift stores. There's an antique shop I actually went into where they have nice rings for like cheap, and I was like, "What the fuck? I can get my mom something."
Do you want to plug them or?
I forget what it's called.
All right, next time.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but I was like, I could get my mom shit now. I can get my brother shit now. I can get my fucking grandma shit now, and it's like things that I wouldn't have prioritized the way I used to be. So, like, let's say you can't be sober. There should be goals that you should set, like, okay, going to school, you don't have your GED. That's what I was doing for a cool minute, and then I got a job. So I had to drop out of school. They lost all my credits during the Thomas fire, so I had to restart at 0. So I was like, fuck, I got expelled. I was,
what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
This is
I know. I was like, how do you lose your fucking documented shit?
What is this?
So
So
I went back to school, got 90 credits. I started going to, I forgot what it's called. It's off of Valentine Road. So I started going back, and it's just like, the amount of stress I put on myself from doing drugs, being normal is really hard. It's like, I'll go to school and I'll just be sitting there with fucking anxiety. It's like, okay, I gotta get on my computer. I'll go on my computer for an hour. I'll finish all that shit, go to fucking, I'll start playing games. And I'll ask him, like, can I just take the test? And it's like, oh, no, you haven't shown, like, you've done enough. So I've only been there for a week, and it's like, I could take the test and pass. It's not a problem. It's just I'm too fucking... I give myself too much anxiety. I keep thinking about death too much, and it's like, fuck, I keep going back into spaces. And luckily, I've been able to do art as therapy, because personally, I don't want to be put on medication, because I do like drinking. And I feel like that shit would just fuck me up more, because I'm finally to a point where I'm sober, and I'm okay with myself. So I'm able to draw, I'm able to do my art, my fucking shit, and it's just like, luckily there's platforms out there, like the Milk Room, Ventura Tide Pod. And without those things, I don't think I'd be able to be myself now. Because not only am I being sober, but I'm able to create. And I'm able to talk to people and actually have these conversations and be on the Tide Pod right now. So, I forgot where I started off with. But just make sure you actually pay attention to yourself. That's the biggest part. And then once you can love yourself, you can start loving other people.
Damn.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a huge compliment for us, man. I really appreciate you saying that. Yeah. And,
are we gonna call the Star Lounge?
Do it.
You know,
yeah. Well,
I think
okay.
it's about that time.
Yeah, it's about that time. Yeah.
This sounds like fun.
Fuck yeah.
You guys just randomly call the Star Lounge?
This is Sean from Vegas sent us a Las Vegas motel. It's called the Hotel Galaxy.
Okay, cool.
It's a hotel, actually, but like I said,
hotel, not a motel.
It's been hard to get a hold of them.
You know the difference is? A hotel, everybody. A motel, don't tell nobody.
Yeah, and there are apparently a lot of hoes in this hotel. Yeah. So, you know, that's the culture there, you know. So what's our game plan? I'm calling it right now. Okay. I was thinking maybe we could just say, like, we're a whistling team. We're on a rhyme team.
A rhyme team.
Yeah, we each say something and we have to rhyme each other. Yeah, ODK is going to kill this. Yeah, yeah.
Rhyme.
And we got a rhyme convention in Vegas or something.
I'm going to start with the hardest word.
Please don't.
Orange.
Greg's after you.
Orange.
Campaign.
Orange is the hardest word.
Yeah, I might have one of you guys call because they may know my phone number. You know.
Plantain. I can think of thousands.
They know it's Tuesday or Friday. I get blocked at the hotel.
Galaxy.
Hi, how are you? Happy Friday.
Thank you. How can I help you?
Well, I'm on a rhyme team. My name is Randall. We have the ODK and Greg.
And Spinz.
And then we're on a rhyme team. It's called a four-man rhyme. And we got a convention coming up there next week. And I was just wondering, like, what was the availability and what was the entertainment in your neighborhood?
Do we get a discount for the dismount and the face out?
Oh, yeah, let's give her a rhyme.
Well,
like, you go first.
Any availability, you're going to have to look online.
Okay,
we
but
don't
listen
want
to
a rhyme
the
scheme, a line, online, rhyme.
Okay, Greg.
We want it to time.
Because I've got the lime.
ODK?
Oh,
she hung up. All right.
Damn.
Wow. All right,
Damn.
fucking man.
All right.
Haters.
Dude, what a
So wait, the Star Lounge would get calls?
No, it's not Star Lounge.
The Crystal Lounge.
Crystal Lodge.
Or Zappos. We should call Zappos because they have a policy where they can't hang up on you.
Oh,
okay, good.
Hell yeah.
And they have to make you happy.
Yay.
We did this last time. I did some depressing ass
Can I pee outside?
Yeah, of course.
Right, we'll be right back.
You going that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going around. Watch your step right here. There's a couple trip wires.
I'll take over 2 mics.
All I need is 2 mics.
Dude,
2
with
mics.
this one of the best
mics with
girlfriend
2
situations
dykes.
that we've heard. You
2
know what I mean?
lesbians to get it in.
Yeah.
Don't need no sedative.
Platonic.
No,
Says
repetitive and competitive.
All right.
Nothing is repetitive.
Have you guys fucked with this AI shit or what?
Oh,
I stay away from it because it gets me fucking schizophrenic.
OpenAI.com.
What's it, Chat GPT or something? Or, I don't know.
Everything I write is from OpenAI.
I like to be a fucking millennial, but sometimes I'm just like, no.
Oh yeah, it's way past my bedtime. I was up at 6 a.m. this morning.
I've been yawning for a couple hours straight.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll end the show. We'll do like a call. We'll end the show because probably nobody's watching at this point. They're asleep too.
You know what? It doesn't even matter.
If they are, they're up late and way
go to
past
bed.
bedtime.
Well, we don't have work tomorrow.
Go to fucking bed.
Yeah, that's
go
right.
to fucking
Friday
bed.
night.
It's Friday night.
It's Friday night and I'm feeling alright.
Friday night, I need a bike, talking all this shit. I ride a bike, electric on the bitch. Don't give a fuck about that shit, cause I ain't never snitched. But it's that
now
shit
you're
be heaven
rhyming
sent.
the moment we needed
Now you're
you on the
rhyming.
call.
We needed to,
We needed him on the call to
way
rhyme.
before that.
He's like,
way before that.
DK and Greg were two friends who lived in a small town. They were both very creative and loved to make things. One day, they had an idea to start a business selling shirts. They decided to call their business the Milk Room because they would be selling shirts made from milk. DK and Greg started by designing their own shirts. They came up with some really cool designs, and they were very proud of their work. They then started to sell their shirts online. They also started to sell them at local fairs and festivals. DK and Greg's business was a success. They were able to sell a lot of shirts, and they even started to make a profit. They were so happy with their success that they decided to quit the...
There you go.
It's crazy because when I make my shirts, it's only like 25 cents per piece of vinyl. So if I only choose one color, it's 25 cents per shirt.
So I've been diving into AI heavy. Like the other day, I dove into Chat GPT so heavy that my head hurt.
Oh yeah.
That shit scares
does that to you.
Well, you got to play with it. You know what I'm saying? It's new technology.
Don't be afraid of it,
so the attitude
you know?
is like, all right, let me jump in. So like, I'm literally having it give me therapy sessions.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
I heard it's really good for stock advice. Because
Yeah, I did hear that too. Yeah,
it
which
takes
is
everything it has on the internet. Yeah, it takes everything it has from the internet and puts it into like a projection for like 5 years.
Yeah,
and 5
using
years
data.
is a good amount of time to.
So it's dangerous for certain jobs. Like if you're like a video editor or like a writer for Hollywood, AI is coming for your job.
Yeah.
So like this writer strike going down right now, like AI could potentially just change the landscape.
While we're on the topic, have you guys seen the like checkout things that ask for tips, like McDonald's that are completely like non-autonomous for people? It's just like it still asks for tips. Like where is that money going?
How about when they ask you, do you want to donate the change?
I always do that at Goodwill or like specific
Goodwill
stores. I always
donate
do
the
that.
change.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I do that.
Right.
Yeah, I give it to them.
I always keep a pocket full of
there's a
change.
finesse behind that. So they take that money and then it cretes like more tax benefits. Well, whatever.
Sure.
Like
that's
I don't. If you are looking for a safe and reliable investment, Hanes may be a good option. However, if you are looking for a stock with the potential for high growth, you may want to consider other options. Here are some of the pros and cons of investing in Hanes.
It's for recession proof.
Strong brand name, long history of profitability, dividend payments, stable financials.
You said that,
cons.
dividends.
Volatile stock price, increasing competition, slow growth.
Slow growth. Slow growth is slow wins the race.
The best thing to do for a company you want to invest in is just to start shitting on it. Because once you start shitting on it, people are going to be like, "Oh, that's right." Because I find a lot of
interesting strategy.
No, you got stuff like GameStop, right? Remember when the GameStop stock went up because a group of people were like, "All right, let's watch this ride."
Yeah, because it takes like. The thing with social media is there's a lot of viral shit going on.
No, Zappos.
Okay, here we
go.
Hey,
Gotta answer.
I'm Josh from CLT with your joke of the day. Did you hear about the big Lego sale? People were lined up for blocks.
I literally went to go buy Legos today, and I bought Pokemon cards, and I got a profit of $200+.
There you go.
Pokemon cards.
There you go.
My little
All right, so we need shoes
stoked.
for a 4-man. What do we do?
Foreskin.
Foreskin. Hey, we're a 4-man team. We're called the Foreskins.
Ooh, how about the one-legged act? Like, we all have one leg.
Oh,
but we need different shoes. Can they sell us just one shoe, or do we have to buy the pair?
Right.
We're a band. We've all got one leg.
Yeah.
You know?
We're 3 rights and 1 left.
Right.
Yeah.
3 rights. Can you just sell us that?
Yeah. We're in the Paralympics.
Right. We got a big show coming up.
Yeah, my number might be blocked from this too, dude. I've been raw dogging my phone too much. Yeah.
We're a one-legged bowling team. Do you have bowling shoes?
Yeah, okay. One-legged
I'm
bowling.
actually pretty good at bowling. For the first time, I got like
Lawn bowling.
Lawn bowling.
Yeah.
That's right.
You're good at bowling?
Bocce balls.
I'm pretty good at bowling.
I fucking suck.
I got like 180 something. For my
They're not answering.
Yeah. ODK, give me your phone.
All right.
Call Zappos.
I love it. So your number's just flagged by all these organizations.
I've been raw dogging, all this time. I got burned.
We need to get this man a burner phone.
I know. Dude, I have one too. I'm just something's wrong with me. Too late. I get high and I get lazy while I'm on the show.
It's the strain. What do you smoke?
My backyard boogie.
That was one of the questions. What is your guys' favorite strain?
Gorilla Glue.
I have to say for carts, it would be San Fernando Valley, OG. And then for marijuana, I'd say either Pineapple Express or just Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, Girl Scout.
Okay.
Again, I miss the weed I smoked in middle school. I got the giggles. I'd get the munchies. Like,
yeah.
Do you want me to plug in or do you do it?
Yeah, plug this in. All right. If they answer, we'll put them talking to each other.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you for allowing our customer loyalty team to put a little
Push 5.
Zappos in your day.
Yeah.
For quality assurance, this call may be
Hi, this is Joseph. I'm in CLT, and I'm
Better
here
not
with
be
your
the
joke
same
of the day.
fucking joke.
What are twins' favorite fruit?
Okay.
Pears.
Pears.
Oh, dude.
Same thing, hold.
All right, we're on double hold. So we're getting double penetrated by Zappos right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's call the Crystal Lodge.
All right, let's call them right now on your phone. And whoever answers first gets to do it. And then if another person answers, they're on the phone. You know, it's like there's a lot going on. We're spinning places.
Inception.
It's inception of prank calls, you know. And just go.
Crystal Lodge.
Oh, Zappos is on here. Here, hold up the mic. Somebody answered. Oh, hello? Hello? I think mine answered.
Here.
Oh, hey, sorry. Wow. I was on hold for so long. I was, Here, can you hear me now?
I'm here.
Okay, there you go. Okay, man. I was on hold for so long, and then what happened was I was like, oh, let me smoke a marijuana cigarette. And the next thing I know, it's like, whoa, what happened? Somebody's talking to me. I thought it was like my conscience talking to me. And then I was like, oh yeah, I was calling Zappos for
We're
my
the rhyming team.
Yeah, for my rhyme team. So,
Yeah, we're on here.
you know what a rhyme team is?
No, I don't.
Okay, so what a rhyme team is a group of 4 guys, and they have to rhyme each other. And then we're in a
time
competition.
each other and crime each other and flame each other.
What he said.
Yeah. And we're like, you got to rhyme each other, you know what I mean? You got to rhyme each other, my brother, from a different mother. You know, just like that.
And smother a cover.
Yeah. And then our MVP is ODK. He's right here. Say hello.
Hello.
ODK, say hey.
Hey.
ODK stands for Overdose Kid because he overdoses on rhymes.
Possibly. Give a fuck
Anyways,
about democracy.
But I digress. We were looking for some shoes for our team that match, but also one of us has only one leg, so we're wondering if we could get a discount on that one. That was Greg over here.
Hi.
Greg, the peg.
So I'm just looking for the left in an 11.5.
Is that possible? Hello?
She hung up.
Damn.
Pure gold, dude. I can't believe she didn't appreciate that.
All right. Crystal Lodging.
Zappos hates cripples.
Crystal Lodging.
Hey,
Hold on.
Zappos, if you're still there.
Crystal
just
Lodging.
come on, man.
Hold on.
They don't care about the one
Hold
leg.
on, Crystal Lodge.
All right, Crystal Lodge. I'll let you take this one, Spinz.
Yeah.
Greg.
SAP.
Spin's been raw dogging it too, dude. They know your number.
Jesus,
they know.
No one's picking up.
Sorry, the party you are trying to reach has not set up voicemail on.
Oh, what the fuck?
What era are we in? What happened to customer service these days?
Hey, call it.
Pick me up after the show, fool. What the word? Yeah,
Where's
pick me up
Junior?
after the show.
Yeah,
right.
fool.
All right.
Is there anybody in the chat? There's a couple that we were trying to get to.
People in the
They had
chat.
something to say about Greg. They call Greg the GOAT. So
The GOAT.
I just wanted to make sure you
Yay.
got that compliment before
He
we
is
ended the
GOAT.
show.
I'm an Aries, so
Yeah. Hey Zappos, I guess we
March
missed our
21st.
connection, so my bad.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, that explains it. This is my twin right here.
Hey, Kelly.
All right. Well, hey, let's go out on
All right.
some music. You guys got any last words?
No,
I guess the
let's-
Crystal
let's-
Lodge
let's
fucked us again.
Thank
Fuck
Greg
you
for coming
Right.
by and gracing his presence with the Ventura Tide Pod, and thank you for gracing us with your presence, and hopefully everybody comes and joins the community of the Milk Room, and yeah.
Don't
What do you
forget
think?
Spin Saturday.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't forget.
So come
Don't
hang out
forget.
with us tomorrow. At what's the address? 419.
365 East Main Street.
419. Sorry, that's the 419 show. I want
That's
to
up
say.
one
One away from
That's
Michael
on the
420.
block,
Fenton. Hello.
bro.
My bad.
Yeah, I could really appreciate how smoothly this pod ran. I mean, I feel like we should be getting more viewers, but for the people who did tune in, we really do appreciate that.
Yeah, I
And
do
shout out to
too.
the new ice cream
Yeah.
shop that just opened up on Main Street.
Yeah,
they
so
blessed
good.
us with free ice cream today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are they?
yeah.
What's their name?
Rory's.
Oh, okay. We're going to be there with Rory's. Just because you said that, we'll be there with about 6 kids tomorrow.
There you go.
Yay! What?
Yeah.
What?
All
My
right.
little brother, he's a little autistic, but
So and
Okay. Mine
ODK's
too.
autistic brother. So there you go. Hey, thanks everybody for watching the show and tuning in, and we appreciate your support. And then we'll make some changes to the show. We're gonna just keep improving and getting better. And then I want to thank both Spins. I appreciate you always coming and co-hosting.